Come along, sister. Come along, brother. Come along, sister.
Well then, good morning and welcome to the program for today and for this week. Today is Monday the 19th of September 2022, and here we are in the studios of Bess FM. Welcome to the listeners and the participants, the texters and everybody. Our numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473, 279-8473. Well, as I was mentioning to the program last week, I don't remember if it was the last day of the week or if it was earlier in the week, that Wholeness did have the gall and the impertinence to return to one of the main scenes of the crime, one of the crime scene. I know that it is always thought, as long thought, that guilty people frequently cannot resist returning to the scene of crime where them commit. Sometimes to try clean up the scene, or sometimes to tamper with the scene, sometimes just to look back on it and magnetized by going back to where them did carry out the crime, or where them send people to carry out the crime. Well, all that come to mind is that him did keep a town hall meeting him keep, for reason with the people of Jamaica, and of all places where him keep the town hall meeting. Now, Jamaica College. Go to Jamaica College to the scene of one of the major scene of crime. Where him should have, well, I can't tell him what he avoid. The other things that them would avoid some of them scene of crime. But I did mention it when return to the scene of crime there. And I was going to come back to it, because I make some notes over the weekend. I was going to come back to that because of not only him go upon the scene there and some line, lying as usual take place. The PNP also go to that scene there. The PNP go keep part of them annual conference at the Jamaica College to 1 week after Wallace go there. Him was lying as usual. And then the PNP come like them go line in state. Because you know the PNP come like, okay, I'm tell how long it did, or if it's a look-alike, does a continue. Although them finish the last day, not at Jamaica College, them go to the arena, with this big line and state business, sometimes them line state all 3 different places. Remember all Siaga? There's about 8 different places them carry Siaga coffin, not Siaga body, The coffin. Or line state all about, because them claim say the person so great that them have to carry the coffin all about, go line state at different places, at them home and at them, at the scene of them kingdom and at them church and all different places. And then on the big day now, them probably go to the arena or the stadium or the biggest place. Just like what you see going to England, Carry the body, go. I him the body, carry the coffin, go line state all over. But little did I know, say on the front page of yesterday, Gleaner would be part of the very same topic about the scene of crime. Wow. Part of the same scene of crime. And on the front page of the Sunday Gleaner, yesterday Gleaner, you'll probably see it before me because I'm just seeing it here now. There's a big picture of Royal Reed and the headline said dispute over $23 million payout to Reed. Jamaica College and the government, I believe, some parts of Jamaica College. I know Jamaica College is a community. Most schools are communities. I have the school family, school community. Some part of Jamaica College join up with the government and make up $23 million to get Royal Reed that him finally leave. Finally leave. And him say him get the money. Now Jamaica College, I don't even read it yet. I hear them say those of Jamaica College will raise $7 million out of the $23 million that it could appear immediately and him leave immediately. I say I try to get back their money, so they must just trying to speed up the thing. So them did forward that are, you know, sometimes when people advance money in a difficult situation and a little more when the situation get easier, you give them back the money. Because they want the thing to hurry up and get over it. This is what apparently part of Jamaica College is saying, so them forget back their money. And the government say them now replace back that $7 million with Jamaica College. Join up with the government for get Reed $23 million where him demand. Where him demand. Anyway, have any call there? We're going to start take the telephone calls. Then we come back to Chang. Chang who, through embarrassment, Chang, I lick out some drastic sound. My deputy prime minister, but the failed minister of security. Them rate him as the worst minister in the government. And them publicize it in recent weeks, and I'm so angry. And give out some drastic sound that some people will like. Yes, well, back to the telephone. Let's get to the telephone for today. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Morning, Greg. Welcome.
You said that was a brainwash education.
No, look here. Hello. We're not going to waste. We'll stop wasting time. We're trying to cut down the wasting of time on this program. So if you're not going to talk slowly and pronounce every word separately, not going to entertain the wasting of time.
Alright, you said we're under brainwash education. I'm prophet from Trenchtown told me that. I read that on the timetable of the Most High God. We're doing what as we feel like to do, and not doing the right thing. Following the organization, a business and a brainwash education from University of Technology and New Tech and the world. And you go to the picture.
Alright, listen here now. You start speed up back again and furthermore I think you have a radio playing in the background. Can't work.
Sorry, listen to man.
No, you have to cut down the radio.
Okay, yes.
Alright. No, call back. We can't waste some more time. Thank you. I have to cut down the wasting of time here. Alright, the numbers are 619-1508. 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. As I'm talking about brainwash education, well, one of the reasons why I believe I understand this situation a little better and why it interests me more is because this very same situation did arise 60 years ago. 60 years ago when them put over this counterfeit independence of Jamaica. There was a headmaster at Jamaica College, very much like Royal Reed, have a lot of ambition and closely connected with the labor right them of that time. That time the labor right them of that time, they just get Jamaica for control again. Them will get it for control between 1944 and 1955. And then the PNP get it control from 1955 to 1962, 7.5 years. And then the labor right them get it back for control 1962. And this headmaster of Jamaica College, very ambitious, like Royal Reed, and very closely connected to the labor right them start to put him in some important position. You know, governments always appoint people to certain position. Who these people are not politicians, but because they might have certain amount of ability or loyalty to the party, then put them in a certain position. Well, this headmaster JC now, start put him in some position. And then put him in a position in overseeing the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation, JBC, we turn into TVJ, they know, and them thing. Start to be a very much, what the fuck, him was the model where Real Reed seemed like he model himself over. Anyway. But in that time now, we the youth, the PNP did that come in confrontation with it through them trade union, because trade union also involved in a JBC. But we the youth of Jamaica College, we decide say, we now go and suffer certain things through this labor right as a headmaster of the school. Because we start suffer certain things through the labor right as the headmaster of the school. You know. So after a year and a half, we decide we organize and get him out. Now we the youth, at the time we are 14, 15, 16, organize a strike where eventually get him out of there. But him remind me very much of this situation, you know. Yes, so anyway, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. Many things remind us of other things. Like, for instance, some of the people who want Jamaica to be taken out from underneath Britain and the royal family of England. Some of them recommend that first the people of Jamaica must try get reparation from the royal family before them get them out, because if them push out the royal family and England out of Jamaica, them not going to get no reparation. So you have some of the reparation people now play a double game, say. We have to get them out. We have to get reparation or charge them with reparation first. Let's get back to the telephone. Good morning, welcome.
Welcome, Mr. Small.
Oh, go on.
But I'm there to give thanks, you know, me in an upscale community this morning, Mr. Small.
What upscale mean?
Community. Eh?
What upscale mean?
Well, it's a community. My definition of an upscale community is a community in which you would look to retire.
So retire, what you do there?
No, work in progress, Jerry.
That's how early in the morning you reach people yard?
It is now, it is almost 10:30, Mr. Small.
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to embarrass you now. We're just trying to find out the nature of how you work in a them place. What you do? You get class at home schooling?
Well, actually, no, Jerry, I'm a social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I am even going back to school right now to finish up two subjects in my master's, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I have to finish up in order to get more competitive to what is coming in the 2030 world, Jerry.
So when you when you finish up your masters and thing, you have to go into the community there to do some work at them yard?
Yeah, one of the requirements of my course is to show that you actually do the groundwork. because they have a lot of accreditation that they accreditate apart from the academic.
So if you are, what kind of entrepreneurship you say you do?
Social entrepreneurship.
So you and other people going becoming entrepreneur, are you advising them enough for them?
Yeah, actually, they must want to become entrepreneur. You're guiding them and holding hands together to help each other.
All right, tell me more about what you call about now.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, morning to your listeners and your valuable caller.
Yeah.
Jerry, you know you have certain companies in the world that they use to measure the world, to measure the performance of the world economy, see? One of such companies, a company named Federal Express, FedEx.
Yeah.
So the FedEx, and FedEx, like you have a lot of FedEx branches in Jamaica. They are courier service for the world. And they have suffered a decline in their stock value since 2022 of 37%, Jerry. And they say that is an indication that the world is in a recession. And it's going to get worse. Because the courier...
What recession mean different from depression?
Well, a recession is like when your neighbor loses work and him can't pay the rent. And a depression is like when you lose your work and you can't pay your bills.
So your neighbor not paying him rent, not being able to pay him rent, how it affect you?
Well, it's going to cause a liquidity problem. Let's say he's paying your rent, and you're depending on his rent to pay some of your bills. You're going to short in liquidity. So it's going to affect you one way or the other, Jerry, because it's a cash flow.
So in a recession now, not the countries or the companies business slowing down, but but the neighboring country or the country that them usually trade with or the other business where them usually do business with slowing down
and then those businesses now going to have to lay off a lot of people. And those
so recession suggests to me say something a recede, something a go back.
Yeah,
so instead of it coming forward nearer to it going back, drying away like how the sea at the seashore after it wash up onto the beach. It flow back down
exactly,
into
Jerry.
the
You
sea.
lick the nail on the head.
Eh?
Because you lick the nail on the head, Jerry. That's what it is. Jerry, they're starting reporting that the inflation rate in Jamaica this year is 10%. That means the money loses purchasing power of 10%. But yet when I go to the supermarket, my inflation is about 40% based on the prices that reaching new. But starting telling you about the whole country. And
What they mean? What they mean? That your bill going up, but the rest of the people bill not going up as much?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, what's Statin saying? That your
Statin
bill might be going up 40%, but the rest of the people on is much less. That's why the money at about 10.
Yes, inside the country inflation rate is 10%. But it don't tell you what the individuals need to measure their recession. So the point I'm making now, Jerry, is this. They say inflation is 10%. And no Jamaican get an increase in salary of 10% or more this year. The average increase was about 4% higher. That means effectively you don't get an increase. You receive 6% back. So that's the recession, Jerry. You lick the nail on the head. You're going backward instead of forward. That is the recession. And the depression now would be when your back is against the wall.
So the people who suffer in recession is the people who depend on fixed salary hour.
Fixed salary and fixed pension. And their pension is not tied to inflation like the Prime Minister. Did you know that the Prime Minister, the Jamaican Prime Minister who is at the Queen's funeral today, his pension will be whatever the future Prime Minister is getting, indexed to inflation. And if he dies, like how Mr. Siaga died, his wife will be getting his pension until she dead, just like Siaga wife and Michael Manley wife and Shera wife and Bruce Gordon wife and all of those dead wives.
In other words, all of the Prime Minister of Jamaica, as long as them live, or as long as them wife live, they will be getting any increase. They will be getting any increase, any Prime Minister salary increase by, and they will be getting the same thing as long as them live.
Thank you, Jerry. Off the backs of the Jamaican people, while 90% of the Jamaican people don't have a livable pension.
So that mean it's a royalty. Them a bill up. And them a collect royalties from we. You hear about royalties?
Yes, then Jerry, me you talk more royalties the other day, man. You tell me Bob Marley get royalties, he make more money in debt than life.
Yeah, him work and make more money the longer him dead. And him family a collect. Him family will become a royalties family. And that's why them see themselves as royalty.
Jerry, when we have a government in Jamaica like the one that we have now, where you have the Prime Minister and his wife sitting in Parliament, Darrell Vaz father hand down the post to him, and Darrell Vaz and his wife are sitting in a Parliament. Peter Phillips and his son in a Parliament. That's not good for democracy, you know.
Yeah, what about the Chief Charles? Yeah, one guy say about Chief Charles. Him and him family are sitting in a Parliament too.
Thank you, Jerry, my guru. Jerry. You see, every time I come to your dinner table or your breakfast table, I come to you for everything you can offer me. Because I need all the ammunition now. Because one of my portfolio and my course that I'm doing, I must show evidence that I help people. Evidence. Can't make it up.
Not evidence, proof.
Proof. I have a program on my risk management portfolio that they say all the teenagers in your community, especially males, because Jerry, you didn't know that the African male is the most endangered species right now in the Caribbean.
Supposed a long time, yeah.
Huh?
Supposed to a good while now.
I'm just leave you with two things, Jerry. And one of the program that me have, they say you must look out for all high school students and secondary and primary students in your community who are vulnerable, and make sure that you walk at least 5 yards every night and check on the children homework. Who need homework support, I must provide it and log the time that I do. Because when the proof come, they must get a letter from the parents to show proof. That means I walk in the talk. Yeah, that's what the course line say. You understand that, Jerry?
Yeah.
And some people in my community, when they see me coming in and me working like 10 o'clock at night, them say, oh, me I work so late for nothing. They call me Ali Button. They don't understand it, you know, Jerry.
Why them say I work for nothing? Why them say I work for nothing?
Because they don't understand. They don't understand that if you don't do something like this, Portmore will become one of the biggest ghetto in the world. Portmore
all right.
is becoming a ghetto. You know,
all right, we have to go now. Call me back.
Yeah, they have to call you back. Work is burning in the field, Jerry.
All right, thank you very much. Have any more?
And thank you very much.
Right. Well, okay, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. Next call. Morning, welcome to the program. Morning and welcome to the program. Are you there? Not there. I have a little difficulty getting the live chat. I don't know why. All my phones are reluctant to hook up with the live chat today. Yeah, so now the minister, what's his name? The minister Horace Chang, where them says Minister of National Security, not doing any good for national security or against crime in Jamaica. But him is a deputy. I think him is a deputy leader of the JLP, or him is a chairman, and him is a deputy prime minister. And feel quite angry, so last week him urged police to shoot to kill anybody who them come in a confrontation with, shoot to kill. And him say him nah send no ambulance to nobody will get shot neither. Nah send no ambulance. Well, no, him is a doctor, medical doctor. So it's not just the police him talk to the doctor them. You know, frequently when police carry wounded people to hospital, the first thing some of the doctor want to know if that person get wounded by a criminal, or if that person is a criminal who get wounded. And quite frequently them reluctant to spend any time, because time so valuable. Them reluctant to spend no time looking after no somebody who's supposed to be a criminal. And them reluctant to spend the material at the hospital. Say material at the hospital is very expensive and it's short. So them don't think them should be spending so much material, medicine and bandage and all kind of scarce things for no criminal who hurt other people. So when you hear Horace Chang give out sound, it's not just a matter of him not send no ambulance and no criminal. It's an encouragement. Thank you very much. I'm encouraging the medical people at hospitals. Don't spend no whole heap of effort on a criminal or anybody who is in conflict with the police. Well, next call. Next call. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Bongo. What are going on?
Fine, thank you. Tell about it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, go on.
Why you play Bob Marley for me? Stiff naked fool.
I can't promise. I can't take the suggestion, but I can't promise to play no music here right now. Stiff naked fool, say. Stiff naked fool, say.
Stiff naked fool. Every day they teach them. Carl got an incident with Buster.
Yeah.
The Buster didn't say. No man pick up here.
Him say many things. Which is the one where you remember?
Shoot first and ask question after.
I don't know if him did say that at Mobile, but him said it before and him say it after. Him talk that all the while till Shira start target.
Alright. So that me ask you about me.
Yes.
Some stiff naked bull out there. So every day they find that they teach them something and they not learn all this. But they are tuning in, man. Silver spoon there.
All right. Yes, good. Have any more? Have one next call? Yes, now the general public suffer from the carelessness and don't care at all of a criminal, of wrongdoers, criminal. Criminal technically supposed to be somebody convicted of crime after you prove say them do a crime and them convicted, different from a suspect or somebody who is known to be a bad person, bad-minded, bad action person. All right, I'm going to go to the live chat. I'll cable and say Torrent in the building. Sister dear, big up brother Neville Carter. The Natal Basco, welcome Jerry Small. Sister D, respect and honor. I'll cable and system must change. The Natal Basco, south of the River Thames, in London. Ken Brown, loving the house. Sister Dia say a long time them endangered more than any other human. In other words, the African male endangered long time more than any other human. No secret that you say. Damian Pollock say good morning. Rasta Jerry. Janet Rennie say, King, you lick the nail on the head with what Horace Chang said. That is exactly what has been happening long time. Yeah. Long time him is rated as a very low performing minister, and long time the people of Fame Party are taught that kind of way there. More than 50 years, more than 60 years. Damian Pollock say, hail up to Sister Ruben. Yeah, so the situation where some people have to be shifting a position because them say if you know that them say that the rulership of British monarchy over Jamaica might be come to an end. Them start to worry that they might not be able to get reparation if you pull away from England. So if somebody owe you money, you try to stay in contact with them. Or you try to find out their movement. Somebody owe you money, especially plenty money. You try to find out where them live. If them move, you want to know where them move to. Because if you lose sight of them, you might never collect that money again. If you hear so them leave them job, you become very anxious because at least when them was working, you know where to find them. And you know, so since them in a job, quite likely a court will order them to pay you a certain amount of money periodically if them even leave the job. Once the court order them to pay a certain amount of money, it will be their obligation to find the money if them leave the job. Find the money somewhere and go and repay you. So as I say, usually people feel much more comfortable when them keep track and keep a trace of people who owe them money or owe them some recompense, So a lot of people are nervous that if the African people in various places are people who are owed money in various places and demanding reparation, if them cut contacts with the one we owe them, they might never get it or not. They might never have any means of bringing that one in front of any judgment agency, whether United Nations or this and that. By the way, as I was saying, we're in a very similar time, So a lot of people don't want to give up this monarchy thing until them so them can get some reparation from them. And therefore, if we start to encourage people to say away with the monarchy right now, because me know Sir Prince Charles, Charles in England, they don't have no authority or sovereignty over me. But some people still want to acknowledge that him and his family have sovereignty over them. That's why in 1930, when the Rastafari start raise up them voice, I say, we don't respect no king of England. No king of England no rule over we. We have our own king. At that time, uttering that in Jamaica, that was a crime. You could have get charged. You could get charged with a crime that I think eventually problem could have even executed. Because you advocate the overthrowing of them regime and for them king. And you're advocating somebody to replace them. They never know say that Jesus Christ did get executed. But that's exactly what them did charge the Christ for in a time of Jerusalem and Rome. Them charge him and try him and sentence him to death. Because that was the penalty of talking against the kingship of Rome. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Morning, Mr. Suman.
Welcome. Talk up a little louder for me now, please.
Morning, Mr. Suman.
Yeah, man, welcome.
Yeah, man. I'm Barry from Rakil, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, man.
I want to say big up to all callers and listeners worldwide,
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I want to say one God, one aim, one destiny. Also one for all. In that manner there can be no failure. And we hope one day that our nation must be equal on earth,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I go on, Mr. Jerry. A long while, me not touch base, you know, man.
Look a while, right? Look a while, yes?
Yeah, yeah. When I want to touch base, I want to big up one youth for Rock Union, John. He always them a listen, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One young man, you know, and Sonny and Keith and all the youth them find a Rock Hill, because them are tuning in one, you know.
You have to invite the young lady them to listen to you.
Yes. When me have one young lady where them amongst me where Joy, I want to big her up to, you know, farming lady, me and she farm together, you know.
Yeah.
I want to big up my daughter too, you know. Brenda, I want to big up my granddaughter, my grandson, you know, said we so. Yeah, man. So, with the Queen now.
The Queen of England, where dead?
Yeah, sure. Very today. So, I tell me not cry no tears for she, right? I mean, I go rejoice she dead, you understand? But me not cry no tears. For me, the Queen, I never know good woman in her doings, right? I'll tell you my first trip when we go to England, my experience, in 1973. All right, me and my uncle go up there, and we do when we reach Heathrow airport.
Yeah.
When the immigration officer came to go in our room.
Yeah.
And so that's me, my ask me some question, but true, at first me I go to them place and I hear a white man talk so near, so he get me mixed up. So one of the time he asked me, say, if me get work, if me work. Me go say yes, Mr. Small. The man jam me going in one room immediately.
Well, on it, you go through immigration.
Yes.
And him a question you.
Yes.
And as usual, when authority question you, especially in them time there, and ask you anything if you will do good or if you will behave yourself. You usually want to say, yes, man, I will behave myself. Now, in questioning, you know, I'm going to ask you, say, and are you a good boy? And you say, yes. And you say, and if you get work, will you willing to work? And you say, yes, ma'am, I'm willing to work, ma'am, is a hard working youth.
Yeah.
You never know, say, it's a trick question to say. Well, man, I want the people let me tell to make them understand. You never know, say, it's a trick question to tell them, say, yes, man, you come to England for a holiday, but if you get a job, you will work and you will stay and dodge off.
Yes.
So him trick you.
Yes, so that's now is a good thing I did me and my uncle.
Him draw you in a room.
Yes, so me tell him so me and my uncle. So my uncle was a teacher, so he be kind of more intelligent and you understand, so him sort out with them that me could have get the entire country. That's 1973, just after me left school.
What month that?
Right.
What month?
Huh?
What month?
1 month me go to park. I remember that did
What month that you did reach England, 73?
August. August me did go.
Around them time that me reached, you know, because I reached September. 73.
73 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, so yeah, actually, he said the time. So, Buduma, 2002 now, when my brother I'm married, so he said, if you come up. So, when we reach a airport, we make sure to feel that in my head, you know.
Yeah.
Because the Mako actually said thing again, make sure that print out in my head.
Yeah.
And when he asked me, say, will you? I said, no, sir. Will you come back to that? I say, yes. And I never come back till 6 years time when me ready.
So,
me pay me ticket and come back down and there.
Man, you talk too fast, you know.
Yeah, so, all right, listen to me. So, as I tell you, say, 6 years after, we decided after me I left here, so now and buy me plane ticket and come down. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'll tell you about the history of living in England.
Yeah.
As a, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you one idea because it's a long history. Yeah, man. So, even the Queen, we'll touch on the Queen, you know.
Yeah.
When we check, you know, you say, Charles, don't glad for the kingship, you know, Mr. Smart. Because, yeah, me just see what Charles do with Diana in the mix up where it's Mohammed El Fayed.
Yeah.
Yes. So, half of the British people know with him.
More than half, yeah.
Yeah, because I did over there at the time, and the people, them was, Diana was the people's princess. Yeah, man, that's even Queen Elizabeth in a Buckingham Palace, they did a hide like in them period of time. They call the people them it furious.
Them start lick out, man. Them start lick out, because first thing them never mourn for her, you know. When she dead, them never mourn for her and drop them flag like how they usually drop them flag. And the people out of the gate start lick out some upon them. And them have to drop them have to drop the flag and look more the Queen have to walk, come out there amongst them like she's sorry.
Yeah.
That is the biggest trouble she get in the 70 years she did, you know.
Yes. So right now, he get the kingship, but me I tell you, he no happy for you. We take he can flip into whole of people now want him. And you see all his wife again, he was worse. Then the English people don't want that. So one big mix up the world that does, you know.
Yeah, man. All right, you up now. All right, thanks for the call and thanks for the refresh, remember.
Listen to me more, I say one more something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you mean?
Yeah.
You see, after Queen Elizabeth, Berry, we want some investigative grant like you want to go in a chum palace and go raid in place. We want to let them go in a Buckingham Palace and take out all of the stolen goods that they have been stolen from Africa.
But you know, so them not going to do that though.
No, they're not.
But because it's through America, no, that's why America did overthrow kingship, you know. Them overthrow kingship so that the ordinary citizen could have get to question them head of state. So them overthrow kingship and say, make we have a president. We only get a job for 4 years, and every 4 years when the job done, they might have to reapply for the job for another 4 years, or somebody else go there. So that them can charge the president, them can check the president, them can question the president. Yeah. So that is the difference.
You more ask you again. Mary did touch base for the last time. Me ask you for Mr. Small.
Last week she touched base with me 2 days. One day she sending about 6 to 8 text message. And the next day she sending next day she sending about 2.
Yes. Me got to hear comment me did that Christmas 99.
You did what? You did what?
Yeah, you know.
You did what? You did what?
Christmas 99. One she vote 99.
Oh, they were 90 and 9.
Right. You play that song, yeah. She must come back in her work. Listen to Mr. Smart, I tell you the truth. Yeah. You see, when you and she start to talk, the things them are wholly for learning we get out there, you know?
Yes, but she decided to build up back PNPs. She said she build up if you listen to me, man. She said she build up the program a little enough. She build up the program enough and PNP need help, so she go back and build them up. But that was last week, as I said, she touched base 2 days, but at the same time, PNP conference come down upon her, so.
Yeah, me glad you know she touched base still, you know, because we want to know what happened to all of the university teachers and students, them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, so go and big up yourself, go and listen, you know.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, sir?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Have any more? Yes, we have some music to play. All right, we have some music to play. Go hear from Eddie Fitzroy, first class citizen. Because that is the only thing that, matter of fact, not until there's no more longer now first and second class citizenship is still going to have a problem. But before that, we could talk about first class citizen. Eddie Fitzroy.
No matter how hard the crisis seems in this time, the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Boy, got to be a first class citizen, boy, in a Milan.
the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. Better place PC.
You simply the best. Better than all the rest. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100.5 on your dial. Keep listening.
Talking about transportation, transporting the past, the present, and the future generation. Whether taxi, private vehicle, or bike, your two bicycle wheel, them are a hike. Listen up, quick, you coulda young or you old. Up on the bus, cause we are on the road.
Minister of Transport and Mining, Audley Shaw, is encouraging the island's public transport operators to take care of their health and well-being, even as they carry on the task of moving persons from place to place. Speaking at the recent handover of 3 dialysis machines to the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine, Minister Shaw pointed out that operators in the public sector are particularly prone to illnesses such as renal failure, as they spend much of their days seated behind the wheel, driving from one place to another. The 3 dialysis machines were procured at a cost of nearly $13 million through a partnership with the Transport Authority and the National Health Fund, the NHF. They will complement the 10 refurbished hemodialysis machines, valued at over $28 million, from Florida-based entity Renal Dynamics, which were handed over to the hospital earlier this month. Minister Shaw says while the hope is that no transport operator will need to use the dialysis machines, the possibility remains ever present.
Chronic kidney disease is not as well known as other medical conditions. Yet end-stage renal disease has a profound impact on the lives of many patients and their families. I therefore remind our public transport operators to take care of themselves so they can continue to take care of their families and communities. Get your regular checkups, eat right, exercise, take your meds when needed.
Mr. Shaw adds that even as the operators perform their duties, they can take deliberate steps to lead an active life.
You only get one body to last you a lifetime. And when you stop, say at the transport center or somewhere, get out and walk around while the people are coming off and going on.
While agreeing with the Transport Minister, Managing Director at the Transport Authority, Willard Hilton, underscored that operators of public passenger vehicles form one of the island's vulnerable groups.
Because you know the nature of the work that they do. They drive the entire day without emptying their bladder. It's a survival strategy that they use because they have to survive. But the flip side of it is that they put themselves at risk because they're not emptying their bladder. So they're really susceptible to developing kidney disease.
He says with the donation of the machines, it is hoped that more persons will be able to access treatment, including members of staff at the Transport Authority, their immediate families, and operators in the sector.
That is the main reason we're investing, because our people need help in an efficient way. We want to urge the people who will benefit from the donation today to, while it is important for us to attend to your needs, you must also recognize that healthy lifestyle choices is important. And sometimes we run ourselves to the ground by not paying attention to the kind of lifestyle that we live. So as you draw on the facility to benefit from what is here, I encourage you to make sure that we all pay attention to promoting healthy lifestyle.
In the meantime, Transport and Mining Minister Audley Shaw says several bus stops shifted during upgrading works along Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew will be restored. The affected areas lie between Manor Park and the intersection of Constant Spring Road and Dunrobin Avenue. Minister Shaw says restoration of the bus stops will facilitate the operations of public passenger vehicles coming from Stony Hill and surrounding communities, especially those transporting students who attend schools in the vicinity.
Before the road was fixed, there were either 3 or 4 bus stops. The road was then fixed and the bus stops were removed. And now when the buses are stopping, they're getting in trouble with the police. So I've had to make the commitment that we need to put back the bus stop.
And that's where we are going to let you off for Do Road this week. I am Jeremy Nelson, and until next time, you could walk, take taxi, bus or truck. Stay safe and go on the Do Road. Symptoms of monkeypox include fever, intense headache, swelling of the lymph nodes, back pain, muscle ache, lack of energy, and/or rash. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, self-isolate immediately and call ahead to your health center or doctor before visiting. The spread of monkeypox may occur through close contact with an infected person or from droplet exposure. For additional information on monkeypox, visit the Ministry of Health and Wellness's website at moh.gov.jm or contact your local public health department. A message from the Jamaica Information Service.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
We, the people of Jamaica, are tired of the corrupt system. We're tired of the promises and we want real change now. It's time to make our voices heard. So come out and join the United Independence Congress on Thursday, September 22 at the Ward Theatre at 10 a.m. as we walk from downtown Kingston to Halfway Tree. Enough is enough. We demand good governance now.
Best 100.5 FM brings you youth empowerment and resilience, a 30-minute program with Royton McLaren every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Your Monday nights will not be the same again. Managing stress, trauma? Let's talk on youth empowerment and resilience with Royton McLaren on Best 100.5 FM every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us on 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Half a tree. 100, 200. Ready, mama? Ready. Is this the confusion you feel when trying to work your way through medical systems in Jamaica? Try a dose of Ask Dr. Mary every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. Let Dr. Mary help you understand your medical problems and bring you to a calmer place.
Half a tree, 100, half a tree. Bossy, how we do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? Yeah, waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
You big star. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
I try and call cause trust me.
Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Lady Lee, the Queen of the South, and I'm inviting you all to trailblaze with me on the best of the best radio station, the Best 100 FM, Mondays through Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. You can't afford to miss it on your airwaves. Yes! Trailblaze with Lady Lee right here, Mondays to Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. on the best of the best, Best 100 FM. Mwah.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279 279-8473. 279-8473 and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, straight up. Robin Jerry Small.
If you got to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You'll feel the soul inside of you.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Oh no, oh. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. All around in my hometown, they trying to track me down. Yeah. They say they want to bring me in guilty for the killing of a deputy, for the life of a deputy. But I say, oh now, oh, I shot the sheriff, but I swear it wasn't self-defense. No, ooh, ooh, yeah. I said I shot the sheriff, oh Lord, and they say there's a capital offense. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Yeah. Sheriff John Brown always hated me. For one, I don't know. Every time I plant a seed, he said kill it before it grows. He said kill them before I shot the sheriff, but I say, but I didn't shoot no deputy. I didn't shoot no deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot no deputy. Oh, yeah. Reflexes are the better of me. And what is to be reverse me? Every day, the bucket I go a well. One day, the bottom I go drop out. One day, the bottom I go drop out. I say, I shot the sheriff. Lord, I didn't shot the deputy.
Yes, welcome back to the program. We have a call waiting here. That's the sound of Bob Marley singing about him shoot the sheriff, but it's not him shot the deputy. Let's take the next phone call. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Morning, Jerry.
Welcome.
We again, Jack. Yes. Where's the kingdom of heaven? Is it in Israel? England, where the queen is being buried? Or Jamaica? The executive president is saying, because somebody, and it has not done in the world, everything else apart from Jamaica.
You're talking too fast. What is about Cos Badwood?
Tom Torres to tell Lambert Brown some Badwood in Parliament, you know?
Who tell Lambert Brown Badwood?
Tom Torres to the president of the Senate.
Oh, yeah?
About a year ago, you know? And it's the only place that in the world that outbursts, you know? And that language. So I wonder if the king of everyone, when Selassie was being thrown, 22 nations went to crown him.
Hey, look here, you talk, you mix up everything. I can't follow what you're really saying now. You mix up all what.
Thursday, I'm going to make up on Thursday. I'm going to do it wrong, you know? Thursday,
can't make out nothing what you say. All right, we have a next call. We're going to go to our next call. Don't feel no way. Good morning, welcome. Next one.
Jerry.
Morning. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, man, who this?
Empress.
Hey, Empress Janet, right?
Yes, sir.
For a minute, just sound like married a little. What go on?
Oh, because I don't get the coverage so good. Me get a live chat this morning about to Janet Rennie. You see, you know.
Oh, yeah? Where you put Janet, what?
Rennie.
Oh, I did read it out?
Yes. I gave full live chat, but they read one. I was the second person on the live chat this morning, I think.
Oh, yes, Janet. Okay. Oh, yes. I know some never see it. Yeah. I just I see it now, you know.
Yeah, man. You didn't read the first one, but you read
no, I read some come before this, but this coming after.
Right,
nice.
Right.
I soon read it. Yeah, man. Walk on.
Yes, I'm there, man, you know. Jerry, you don't know. My family was there, you know. My son from reunite again with his wife. We married.
From foreign?
Yes, so.
From foreign?
Resort. No, yeah, he came from Boston, yes.
Where is him come renew marriage vows?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah?
Right. So I was at the resort, in the resort with them for a week. Just
okay.
This morning.
Good.
Yes.
So what go on?
I work to do. As the UIC, as I tell you, I'm trying to be a part of them.
Oh, yes, and I hear that I'm keep on March when? It's Friday?
Right. Thursday.
It's Thursday?
Yes, 22nd.
19, 20, 21, 22, yes, Thursday.
And if I'm mistaken, I checked it, but I think that's Thursday, 22nd.
Yes.
It is culminating after 3. We're going to be walking from downtown up to Crossroad and to after 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, that's culminating in after 3, so we're going to have a meeting there.
All right.
I'll let you know more about it, yes.
Well, I hope you'll be one nice speaker.
I hope so. Because I was so engaged for the prayer week, I've been touching base. I'm going to be touching base with them now and putting my service.
The prayer week is part of their activity or is a different thing?
Different thing.
Oh.
I don't have no prayer week with them.
Yes.
But I'm supporting them because Mr. Patterson has good intentions.
Yeah.
He wants to put teamwork.
And you will be? You will be working in St. Thomas with them?
Yes, intend to.
Okay.
Try for a counselor in my division.
Yes.
Barking Lodge.
Barking Lodge, yes.
Yes. I think Dalby side is the biggest division, you know. So,
Which division?
Dalby.
Dalby, okay.
Yes, Eastern Pentama.
Yes.
Part of the Penton division. Part of his country when he was there.
Yes, yes.
Yes. What the hell are going with the Queen and them thing, but if we do morning and what have you.
Hold on. The way the Queen now,
The morning. That Prime Minister said we should do day of morning.
Well, you know, that's the usual thing with Britain and some of them old-time monarchy in Europe, even in other places. You have some other places, them more now 1 year, them are going, you know.
Yeah.
But, you talk about how wholeness go inflict it now upon the population of Jamaica, so Jamaica must on the morning for 12 days.
Yes, you understand. Just like the vaccine, they love manipulate. People mourn if they want to mourn, you have to tell them.
Yeah, yes. But when them assume authority, they like to impose conditions upon us, you know?
Yes.
Upon other people.
Yes. And if you're not strong enough, you fall for it.
Yes, man.
So we got to be wise up.
Yes.
Wise up, emancipate ourselves from mental slavery.
Yes.
And but ourselves can free our mind.
Yes.
And black race have to stand up against one another because we need that.
When I say stand up against, I know you mean beside, but when I say against, some people might believe I mean against.
Yes, right. Yes, stand by our side.
Yes, stand by. Yes.
Yes, and work together for progress.
Yeah, because like when the Rastafari start shout out in Jamaica about 1930, it is because them did become aware, say, there's a strong African country with a strong government, and it was headed by a strong young man, which the world never know that before that, you know. It did seem to the world like there was no strong government in Africa, only some like a weak government, puppet government like Liberia and Sierra Leone. But when it becomes knowledge that there's a strong government in Africa that has never ever been conquered, it did encourage our people down here under captivity so long, say, push off and we no recognize no kingship in no England. So that's why it caused such a sensation. No? When them start talking, it sound like a madman talking. No? But when the news start come out now in the world press, say yes, the man has been crowned and all of the government them in the world send people to him coronation, including this here queen here.
Yes.
This queen here, uncle, you know.
Yes.
Yes, one of this queen here, uncle, you know. The one who follow her father. For this here queen who just dead, it was her father was the second son, you know. And now him did for become king of England when him father did, you know. But the one who did become king now never ready.
Yeah.
So them put this here queen father. But him did have a next son after him, the third son.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one where the king of England were just dead in a 1930. No, him dead in a 1930. Is him third son him did send go down to his majesty coronation, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yes, him send him third son come down to his majesty coronation.
Mm-hmm.
And the news start come out in the world now, the world press, the biggest newspaper and magazine in the world start report say, boy, one black king crown Africa, you know, and the whole world respect him because all our kings send him son, and the president of America send people, and I saw it was the biggest event in 1930, you know. But the whole world wake up and find out that there's an ancient kingdom in Africa never been conquered, which people never know that. Them did claim say Africa been completely overrun by white people.
Yeah.
So is that cause a sensation, just like where say queen dead now and one next one rise up. Is a queen that dead in Ethiopia, you know, 1930, you know.
30.
And then Haile Selassie rise up, similar to what you hear now.
Yes, I was reading it the other day, Yes. And just like right now, them say the queen, the queen, just like you was talking about the royalty with the politicians in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Royalty not stopping because Mr. Charles and his family is there,
yes,
and all the others, and they are going to be collecting pension for so long.
Yes, them will be collecting pension for life. And before them dead, when them get old, them work on it to say one of them son or two of them daughter, or even them grandson, come take a post just like them And after a few generations of that, where the people get used to seeing one of them always there, them go pass a law, go say, all right, when I run the election again, our family will always be there. I saw them did graduate, cause no king never did heard first time, you know.
Yes, sir.
Eh?
What an injustice.
Hold on, it's something gradual, you know, it's something will happen gradual. All of these things happen gradual. No king wasn't in earth. Did you read in the Bible when the Jew them come out of Egypt and set up back themselves?
Mm-hmm.
The Jew them was in Egypt, you know. The Israelite was in Egypt for hundreds of years as a refugee, you know.
Yes.
Don't you know, say people go in a country as refugee and stay there hundreds of years?
Yes, see that mean.
And prosper, they go into countries and refugee and prosper too?
Yes.
Yes, then how Harris Chang family reached Jamaica?
All right.
Eh?
I don't really know the history.
The Chinese, you don't know how the Chinese reached Jamaica?
Oh, the Chinese. Okay, yes, man, the indentured laborers. Yes.
Then
yes,
Harris
yes,
Chang,
yes.
Harris Chang is a Chinese, you know.
Oh, well, yes, yes.
So how him family reached Jamaica?
Yes, just by the slaves, indentured.
No, not slave, refugee.
Refugees.
Them come here as refugee.
Refugees.
But them sign a contract say they must get paid.
Yes.
And after 5 years done, them get a ticket for go back to China.
Yes.
But if them don't feel for go back to China, them stay at Jamaica and get some land.
Yes.
So because Harris Chang people get a better deal than me and you, right?
Yes.
That's why I'm show up on our people, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Our people never get no deal, you know. Did our people get any deal when we come here?
No.
We never get no deal. We come here at gunpoint. Just say like how Harris Chang I say, joke them down and bring them in, or do even bring them in.
Yes.
That's how we reach Jamaica, you know. We never reach Jamaica under no deal. His people reach here on a deal.
Yes.
As refugee.
Yes. Yes.
His
and
people.
Who never willing, and who never willing to go through the deal, kill themselves, jump off, kill themselves.
No, we never get no deal.
Oh my God.
So when we jump off and not true, we never get no deal. We jump, somehow we jump off because we say we not coming in no captivity. But Harris Chang people get a deal to come here as refugee.
Yes.
And when they came, they were dirt poor. Now, being dirt poor is not a curse, you know.
Yeah.
Being dirt poor is not a sin, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How the Chinese had become dirt poor and the Indian them in India? You know how them did become dirt poor?
No, what them did rob them of them?
The England people. The England people go to China, India go rob them and rape them. And take with them land. The same Queen away here and Charles away here, you know. That's how them get rich, you know. By robbing Africa, China and India. And that is the whole thing about this whole thing we are going on with funeral. That is the opportunity we get, you know, for demonstrate to our young people say, how them get riches, them come at our place, come rob and rape our people. But by the time them rob and rape Africa and make some money in Jamaica, them go to China after India and rob and rape them. And when them poor now, them say to them, say, like how you're poor and you can't even feed your family, you want to go to Jamaica, things are going to Jamaica, you know. And them attract them to Jamaica and them go to India and say to the poor Indian, you want to come to Jamaica, you can get some money if you go to Jamaica. So it's after them mash them down and rape them, them attract them to Jamaica. And then now through them come to Jamaica and get some pay. And when them done and don't want to go back to India and Africa and China, them get some land. And the Indians start to cultivate vegetable till some of them have jewelry store. And the Chinese start to do grocery till afterwards some of them have travel agency. And when them get better off now, some of them like Harris Chang start to show off my way.
Yes, yes.
But they came here as refugees. That's not a curse, you know. Because to be raped is not a curse, you know. But a lot of people look down on women who get raped as if it's them do the wrong.
Never sang about it, Jerry. Enough women not talk about it. Many wives in their bed with the husband don't know that the husband just finished raping before they come into them.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Husbands are rapists and
yes.
So the whole system of them trying to belittle us.
Yes.
Is a
Even
system.
last night,
Yeah.
I was getting belittled by a Chinese. I went to the supermarket to get some eucalyptus mint.
Yeah.
My children grandmother, and $40 for one of them, one
Yeah.
from Alton, very good. And you know that I bought $400 worth of sweets.
Yeah.
And I have probably that. About
Hold on, you're talking too fast. You buy $400 worth of sweets,
yes,
and then you ask for what?
eucalyptus. A little plastic bag.
You ask for a little bag to put them in, yes.
And the Chinese man say, can it offer me the bag? I said, can you give me one of those little paper bags, like what you put patties in?
Yeah.
He said, no, can it give me?
What town? Hold on. What town was this in?
Montego Bay, St. James.
No, don't is one of the new Chinese or is one of the old time Chinese?
One of the new ones.
Yes, and they come in here as refugee also, you know.
Yes.
But
yes,
that is how things go. They bring them in as refugee. All Ed Bartlett are bringing a whole of them hotel people. A refugee them, you know.
Yes, yes.
They're bringing them in here and giving them beach and land to build hotel where them never have no land before, you know.
Yes.
But this is how some of our own people become brainwashed and start to sell us out more and more than ever before.
Yes.
And expect you to feel belittled while it's them doing things that belittle themselves.
Mm-hmm. Ethiopia never get colonized.
No, never.
Never, right.
They get invaded. They get invaded like somebody with a fire gunshot and you run out of your house and left them. And them stay there 2 months, but afterward you come get them back out. That's not, and not take over your house, you know. Them occupied for a while, but you get them back out.
Yes.
So Ethiopia,
lion and wasp and bees.
yeah, Ethiopia has been invaded, but them never get colonized. Colonized when them take permanent control of you.
Right. So they are just celebrating 2015 down there.
You know what the word colony mean?
When you change over to your thing.
No, colony come from a word named colon.
Oh yes.
Colon is a part of your body, you know, the one end part of your intestine.
Yes.
One end part of your intestine, like it make a little branch, but it not gone away.
Yes.
So colon mean a limb. You see, like how a tree have the root them.
Yes.
You see the tree have the root.
Yes.
And it have the trunk.
Yes.
What is the trunk?
The standing part of the tree.
Yeah, the main body of the tree where make the tree stand up. The trunk root down into the ground. No, the roots them root into the ground and gather food for the tree.
Yes.
But the trunk stand up strong. The main part of the trunk stand up strong.
Yes.
And then at the top now we have at the top of the trunk.
As the branches.
You have branches. We branch out now and bear back more tree. Right? Bear back more tree through the fruits.
And fruit, right.
The fruits is a seed, you know. So it branch out and bear fruit, which is like the seed, children of the tree.
Right.
And you eat it, you and me eat the fruits, and when you spit out the seed grow back as another little tree. Well, the branches now, the word colon mean limb. The branches of the tree is what you call limb. Like your hand and your foot is limb, you know.
Yes.
Because them branch off of your main body. The main part of your body, them call the trunk, you know.
The trunk, right.
From your hip, go up to your shoulder, or your neck there. That are your trunk, you know.
Yes.
And anything a branch off now, a limb. One thing say your head and a limb. Your head are the capital.
Capital, right. Keep the body steady, balance.
No, the head direct the body.
Uh-huh.
But the limb them now, the foot and the hand serve the body by carrying the body where it want to go, or pick up things to the body, or pull the body up. Your foot can carry your body where it want to go up on the ground.
Yes.
And your arms them can carry your body go in the ear. In other words, you can use your hand them and draw yourself up in one tree.
Yes.
So your foot them carry your body go where you want to go up on the flat. And the hand them can carry your body going up a building or up a tree. But anyway, the word colon or colony, it means branch.
Branch, yes.
Or limb, it means limb. So when people colonize you, when them take you on and join you on upon themselves, and you become one branch of them or one limb of them permanently.
Yes,
when Ethiopia get invaded for a few years, that wasn't a branch or never met them in a branch. We run them back out. So in becoming a representative of your people, I know that you will have the skill to go and teach your people in St. Thomas things that them did forget because them used to know these things, you know.
Yes.
But when people forget now, you come along and you refresh them mind.
Yes.
You get them.
While refreshing myself too, because what the program that the gentleman was telling me about a while ago is something like that I'm interested to do. And if they were doing that even from COVID even beginning, it would be a better thing for the children.
Yes, I mean the program we can't tell you about.
Yes.
Yes, refreshment.
Yes, helping the children with homework and community service, man. Play a part in the community to build the nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's them kind of work. Marcus Garvey and Louise Bennett and Una Marston and Hoyle and all them people come refresh back them people brain and make people get back enthusiastic. By the way, when last year from Sister Miki?
I have a text from my phone right now for her because I'm supposed to meet with her anytime. Go up her place on the time now.
Yeah, because I know she's a very encouraging person. You know?
Yeah, man, she wanted to link with her too, man. The last time we spoke, I was there, so she wanted to link with her, man. She was looking forward to see you.
Yes, yes. So that is why all of what going on now in the world is very interesting because people get to see how we're reaching at this situation here. You see the carriage where the Queen of England always drive in?
Yes.
Make out a pure gold?
Yes.
Africa should get all of Africa, their parents' teeth, all of them gold from, you know.
Yes, I was reading the other day. Every riches they should have a teeth, you teeth them.
The family teeth, all of them have a teeth, them teeth. So can you imagine you have a carriage now where the whole carriage make out a 400 ton of gold come from Africa? And a boss of from you know. Say all we have a two little t-shirt. You know?
Yes.
Then now some of our people will get brainwashed now, take side with them.
Right.
And say you can't go and talk because you only have two little t-shirt. Meanwhile, me have suit and tie.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the suit and tie people, I'm not looking out against suit and tie now. A lot of people bossy and head swell when them find themselves with 2 suit and 4 tie.
Yes, that's attire. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. It's a whole heap of work, but it's the best job you could have taken on.
We have to put out the work, Jerry, and the community. We have to build a community. Come unity. What the word means? You have to commune with people.
Yeah.
Come unite. Let us unite together.
Yeah.
And back to the royalty thing. Remember, Marcus Garvey said in one of his speeches that when politicians take the benefit and spoil for them and their families, they should be stoned to death.
They should be stoned to death. That's why them put him in prison. That's why them put him in prison because I'm bringing in a law that going to cause the whole of them to get locked up and go to prison.
Yes. There's no lie. That's why he's one of the greatest black men that's ever walked this earth.
Yeah. Yes. All right, you keep us in touch here, ma'am. So you say it's Thursday, or not keep the march?
Yes, Jerry.
All right. Thank you very much for the call.
Let's inform us. I'll link up with you. Blessed love. And one love to all the listeners of this program. And to all Jamaica and all the black people, rise up.
All right.
Hello.
Have one more call? We have one more? Go ahead, please. All right. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Well, I'm Bongo Jerry Kremlin. Bongo Jerry. You're a criminal, son. You know, I listened to you and the daughter a while ago. And then I said to myself, say, if there was a Marcus Garvey, then we were more sinking. But Marcus Garvey, you know what I mean, him reason and him educate the world and thing. But it's one set of people I man can prove right now to myself, in my little self, that when it comes to the overstanding of Marcus Garvey, it comes to the Rastafarians. you know, who honor and cherish him word, you know what I mean? Because in spite of everything, I don't see the educated people in Jamaica gravitate to Marcus Garvey except the Rasta man. You know what I mean? Because we have a lot of intellects of university degrees. You know what I mean? And the promotion from them, I would have said, I don't endorse it. You know what I mean? When it comes to us. Because it's them and us. You know what I mean? So, what may I say today, I know? I mean, me know you feel that way, you know. But as you clearly say, nobody not to interfere with you and Kremlin. Right? I mean, endorse that. I mean, love that. You know what I mean? So, what may I say right now? What is going on now is that we need how can 27%, you know what I mean, of our country put a party in power, while 53% say no. All of the crime in Jamaica, what is going on, and all of the wickedness against the people, we the people vote for it. We vote now because when 2024 comes, we're going to vote and we're going to put the wicked people them over we. Because we've been doing that from 1962. We have voted for two parties who are the two biggest enemy of the people. Right? And we will continue to vote for these two parties to give them governance, to crime, violence, we don't have no land, we don't have no food, we don't have nothing. So, listen, to me now, the responsibility in the coming time to come depends on the people. And the people must understand all the matter about crime, wicked. Them still have go vote for the two criminal them. You understand me? Because them dead PNP, them dead GLP, them this, them that. And the two biggest criminals in Jamaica, the two party. Right? So what may I say now? We have to put certain things, because I'm not afraid of them, you know? Me not afraid of them. Right? Because all we are going in Jamaica, the people, them love it. The people, them love the crime. Because when it comes to election, and them same when I go vote and put the wicked to go and do what them go and do. Right?
The other day you issue a threat on the program here.
What's that issue?
The other day you issue a threat on this program here.
No man, I'm just a gunshot.
The other day you issue a threat on this program here.
To you?
The other day you issue a threat on this program here.
I'm asking you if I threaten you. I am asking you if I threaten you. You say me put a threat on the program. Did I threaten Jerry Small? You don't want for that. I don't threaten Jerry Small. You must imagine the frustration where them two parties have the people them
One more call, eh?
Kremlin.
Pull a call.
You understand?
All right, the numbers are 619-1508. 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. All right, we'll go back to live chat. Damian Smith's a New York tow truck driver here, Uncle Jerry. I noticed the other artists, them sell out merciless, eh? Why you say that? The other one, them, you mean some don't sell them out and some sell them out? Let me understand some more. Damian Smith continued, I just wanted to say that there's no unity in dancehall and the whole Jamaica. Janet Renan, that her sister Janet, we just call her Empress Janet. Hotep King Jerry, Burn the Fire, Straight Love. Ricardo Portia said, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. That come a quotation from Charles Swindoll. Ricardo Portia's continue. Shout out to our listeners from across the world. Good morning, Jerry. I know, say, yes, Jerry, your queen arrests in stress. She was as brave as a cat. My queen, we are talking about. Clarify to me what we're talking about. Sister D said, Grand Rising, Bongo Jerry. Oneness. In this moment, to all good people worldwide. Del Ryan said, greetings, Monday, blessing. When I hear the name Reed, I feel sick. That guy should be in prison, wearing short pants. UK shout out. Sister D, bless up herself. Ken Brown said, balance and order, moral compassion, unity, universal family. Al Balance said, Tarrant in a building. Sister D said, big up, Brother Neville. Dinetal Tabasco said, welcome, Jerry. And Ken Brown, Sister D said, Anna, perfect love. Al Balance said, them system must change. Dinetal say, hail from south of the River Thames at London. Ken Brown said, Dinetal. Ruben in the house. Sister D said, a long time to enjoy that man more than any other human that are there. Yes, we did read them. Yeah, man, we did read them. Okay. Del Ryan said, Dr. Chan has lost his mind. He's making no effort to look for it. Chang need to pack up his bag. Titanic ship is the best place for his retirement. Sister D, balance. Knowledge is sports. A good morning, Bongo Jerry. Fellow classmate. Asking a place to wait till the teacher finish the message before we call. Thanks. Much, Patrick. But differently, I don't mind people calling anytime still. Ricardo Portia says, success only come to those who dare to attempt, coming from Malaika Triparty. Janet Ryden, Sister Janet again said, King, is it the same engineer at the station when myself and Delroy presented the program for you? I have something to send him. Thanks. I've got to check out. Sister D said to Sister Janet, yell sister, chung a puppet film people. I'm certainly now work for potential of changes to the status plantation. Just make sure it remain the same. Gatekeeper. Del Ryan say, powerful people cannot afford to educate people that they oppress. Once you are fully educated, you will not ask for power, you will take it. Ike being Neam, hold on there. Ike being Neam say, sorry, Prince of Wales, okay. David Man say, bless up Father Jerry. A body man from Dave of Husbands. Oh, body man from Dave of Husbands. Or the body man Dave from Husbands store. Keep up the good works. Still, yeah, big up to all the Bess FM. Al Cuban and Bonfire. The Natal Basco. We have a call? All right, let's take a call. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, Mr. Small, I'm back.
Oh, go on.
They want to talk some money thing with you, Mr. Small.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Mr. Small, you know, one of the things that you must make sure we change in the country is the social welfare program for people who are over 65.
Yeah.
Because black people is the only set of people that don't have that safety net. Because
when you say black people, what do you mean?
African people.
African people where?
In Jamaica.
So the Indian people in Jamaica, what safety net them have?
They have businesses. Most of them have businesses.
No. Most of the Indian in Jamaica is ordinary working people.
But Jerry, if you should do a survey in New Kingston right now or downtown, count how much Indian people you see sleeping in the street.
And you're going from one extreme to the other. Please, don't go from one extreme to the other.
I don't want, yeah.
Don't go from, don't go from one extreme to the other. It would be more feasible if you said that the Chinese have a plan for most of them people over 65.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the majority of Indian escape the working class yet.
No, I don't think so too, but they're in a better position than the Africans.
Well, that is
especially
that,
the males.
on an average that is true, yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
One of the things that we need to do, you see, we need to ensure that everybody in the wholesale sector, small business sector, especially transport.
You mean everybody working in that sector or everybody in the sector?
Anybody who working in the sector. So I like all those young taxi men that you see all over the place driving up and down.
Yeah.
They need to pay the NIS every month to the NIS.
Well, you have to go design a program attractive to them. So that's a challenge to you to design a program attractive to them. When you or anybody else design and suggest or propose a program to them, and they consider it and they decide to participate in it, that is not the business of them employer, you know. The employer not supposed to intervene between you and them, you know. But you know they will try. Some of the employers that own the taxi, they will try to give out a one. So anybody joining a little partner thing with Mr. Carter, I take back my car from you right away. You know that? You know they will do that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have to educate them first at what. You have a right. It is your right to organize privately for yourself. The person who own the car will give the car for drive. It's not their business what kind of welfare scheme you get involved in.
But there, it has to be part of their business now, you know.
Part of whose business?
The owners who own the car. That's the taxi man.
All right. So therefore, okay. So therefore, you're going to inform the owners of these schemes, right?
Yes.
But are you the plan that you have requires owners to contribute to it too?
No, most of the owners who own the taxi, if they're not paying over NIS based on that income, they must join in too.
So anyway, NIS is a plan where both the worker and the employer contribute to too.
Thank you.
Like housing trust deduction too?
Yes, 6%. And 5% to NHT. And 6.75 to Ed tax so that the children can get the tablet. Because Jerry, this money thing that we have here, it's a cycle it go on, you know. And when the money reach certain hands, certain people don't want to pay back their contribution, and the old people suffering on the ground because nobody talking about how the impact on inflation on the people over 65.
All right, to get people into that, you have to go to some campaigning, right?
No, we don't have to do any campaigning.
Or you're going
Labour supposed to see to that.
No, I'm not talking about suppose. No, I'm not talking about suppose. You know, so nothing can work by suppose. Somebody, it have to be some organization have to push that.
Yes.
So you will be part of that organization.
Any day.
And you're going to need other people to help you in the organization, not true?
Yeah, because me alone can't talk and walk the talk.
But I never heard you talking about you're looking around or you're recruiting people to help you with that. Never hear you.
Jerry, when you hear me take up my phone and call on the radio and talking about these things, that's exactly what I'm doing, Jerry. Jerry, another match that we need to look at, you see?
Yeah.
Look at the gambling sector. The cash pot. You know that Supreme Venture is now the 4th leading company in Jamaica?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Who work at selling the cash pot. They are working over 40 hours every week. and they get $10,000 a week without any form of statutory deduction paying over to them.
The people who do not kind of work. The people who do not kind of work.
Selling the cash pot in all of these cash pot ventures.
All right, and how many hours a day them work?
Huh?
How many hours a day them work?
Most of them work more than 60 hours a day minimum.
More than
But
what?
Most of them work more than 60. Work more than 12 hours a day. About 12 hours every day. Sorry, most of them. Because they have to wake up from 5 o'clock.
No, the waking up can't count in the work. You said them work more than 12 hours a day?
Yeah, they work approximately 10 to 12 hours a day. They have to reach work by 7:30 and they leave 7:30 because the last one play 8 o'clock.
So most of these people can read and write and go to high school.
I don't think most of them have 5 CXC. I don't think
I'm going to ask about CXC. I'm going to ask about CXC. I ask if them go high school.
Yeah, most of them, yes.
All right, so they should
Young
be
girl.
so they should be aware of laws that limit your working hours at standard pay.
Yes, Jerry. And they should be aware of the minimum wage act that they're supposed to get overtime.
All right, tell me something now. Why you don't approach Samuda and challenge him like how people challenge him with the farm work conditions in Canada?
Why I don't approach him?
Yeah.
I don't have a forum that I can approach him, Jerry. There's no such forum apart from talking on the radio station.
No. I believe you make excuse because if you're going to agitate for these people, say them I work 60 hours a week. Why is it that you can't approach Samuda?
You have a contact number for him, Jerry.
Oh, don't ask me that. You know. You make excuse.
Jerry,
know that you're in a position to get him number quicker than me.
I doubt that very much. But the point I'm making, Jerry, is this, you see?
Yeah.
When you're holding a Jerry and you used to count so much money every day pass through your hand, and you become over 65 and you no benefit, no night for you, it will mad you, no, Jerry.
Anyway, I think you say you work on them ideas a good while now, so there must be some kind of organization where you're bound to do or get some other people together.
Jerry, I tell you, the amount of work that is out here to do, but most of the people I'm afraid, Jerry. Yeah, I must tell you that most of the people are in my community in Portmore here. Anytime I suggest certain things that we have a all community meeting at the end of every 2 months to talk business in the community. At least 6 out of every 10 people over here in my independent city scheme say, Mr. Carter, is only Jesus can solve this. What kind of sick thinking that, my guru?
All right, 12 o'clock. Afterward, you can call back. Thanks. Yes, sir?
Tomorrow, to be continued.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister.
BJS FM 100.5 on your dial. Keep listening.
I'm Anjui James Sawyers with JIS Midday News for Monday, September 19. Coming up, Spanish Town Hospital receives dialysis machines. Caribbean nations encouraged to adopt Jamaica moves, and the Education Ministry implementing initiatives to boost sector's recovery. The news in detail after the break.
Symptoms of monkeypox include fever, intense headache, swelling of the lymph nodes, back pain, muscle ache, lack of energy, and/or rash. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, self-isolate immediately and call ahead to your health center or doctor before visiting. The spread of monkeypox may occur through close contact with an infected person or from droplet exposure. For additional information on monkeypox, visit the Ministry of Health and Wellness's website at moh.gov.jm or contact your local public health department. A message from the Jamaica Information Service.
Now the news. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams says several new initiatives are to be launched in short order to boost the sector's recovery. She says the list includes the civics education curriculum and character education program.
The National School Leaving Certificate Program will also be implemented this year. This is in keeping with our vision that all students leaving the secondary level will have the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to be successful in the current and future economies and their personal lives.
The Minister of Education and Youth was addressing the official launch of the new school year at the Cedar Grove Academy in St. Catherine on September 13. The new programs will complement the Coding in Schools and Sixth Form Pathways programs now underway. In the meantime, Mrs. Williams says she is optimistic that the current academic year will be a good one for young people at all levels of the system. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is encouraging parents, teachers, and school administrators to discourage children from spending unnecessary time at transport hubs for their safety. Head of the JCF's Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch PSTEB, Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Gary McKenzie, says transportation centers are under special watch by the police, adding that students will not be allowed to remain idle at the centers.
The police are out in more numbers to ensure that they inspire confidence and are able to assist the public in a number of ways, to include ensuring that they are accessible, ensuring that they are there to cause free and safe movement.
ACP McKenzie was speaking in an interview with JIS News. Dialysis services at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine have received a major boost following the donation of much-needed equipment to the St. Catherine-based institution. The Transport Authority, in partnership with the National Health Fund NHF, recently handed over 3 new dialysis machines valued at some $13 million. The hospital also received 10 refurbished hemodialysis machines valued at over $28 million from Florida-based entity Renal Dynamics. Transport Minister Ole Shaw has commended both entities for their partnership, which he hopes will inspire donations from other public and private organizations.
I commend the Transport Authority and the National Health Fund for their partnership in making this undertaking a reality. We all have our limitations, but humanitarianism does not have boundaries. As a developing country, we fully understand the challenges and difficulties faced by the average Jamaican in accessing certain health services. Our hope that this step in the right direction will propel other public and private organizations to follow similar paths.
Minister of Transport and Mining, Audley Shaw. And Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says steps are being taken to encourage more Caribbean countries to adopt the Jamaica Moves initiatives. To date, 4 countries have adopted the program aimed at preventing and controlling non-communicable diseases, NCDs.
I went to St. Kitts and Nevis with Prime Minister Harris and launched St. Kitts and Nevis Moves, and to Barbados and launched with Barbados Moves. And my friend in Trinidad launched Trinidad Moves. So we already have 4. So we're setting ourselves a target now to go to 6, then 8, then 10, then 15, until we have the full movement.
Dr. Tufton was speaking at the launch of Caribbean Moves recently. The launch comes on the heels of the rollout of face-to-face interaction on the Jamaica Moves, which was halted for 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The health minister says Caribbean Moves demonstrates a merging of efforts regionally to promote healthy lifestyle habits. That was JIS News. I'm Anjui James Sawyers.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're listening to Bess.
100. Hello, I'm Roisin Hasty with the BBC News. A service of committal for Queen Elizabeth II has been held at St George's Chapel in Windsor Castle, bringing an end to her 70-year reign. The chapel choir sang as the coffin was brought in. The Dean of Windsor, Dave Connor, spoke of the Queen's service to the nation.
In the midst of our rapidly changing and frequently troubled world, her calm and dignified presence has given us confidence to face the future as she did, with courage and with hope.
Shortly before the final hymn, the Dean of Windsor removed the symbols of royal authority, the crown, orb and sceptre, from the Queen's coffin and placed them on the altar. The late Queen's casket was then lowered into the royal vault. She'll be laid to rest later on Monday in the King George VI Memorial Chapel. Earlier, 2,000 people packed into Westminster Abbey in London for Queen Elizabeth's funeral service. It was the biggest gathering of world leaders in a single place in living memory. In his sermon, the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, said few leaders received the outpouring of love seen for the late Queen.
The grief of this day, felt not only by the late Queen's family, but all round the nation, the Commonwealth and the world, arises from her abundant life and loving service, now gone from us. She was joyful, present to so many, touching a multitude of lives.
Crowds numbering hundreds of thousands of people lined the streets between central London and Windsor to glimpse Queen Elizabeth's final journey. Some well-wishers threw flowers over the hearse. Our correspondent Rob Watson has been watching the day's events.
This was monarchy at its most majestic, solemn and spectacular. Despite Britain's relative decline these last 70 years, the grandeur of Europe's last great monarchy still dazzles the world. Here in Britain, this was the high point of 10 days of mourning, with children off school and many pausing in their work. The question now, how much, if any, of the national unity will survive the end of the pageantry and the return of the day-to-day.
Our correspondent Rob Watson there, who's been reporting on Queen Elizabeth's final journey. The latest world news from the BBC. At least 2 protesters have been killed during continuing protests in Iran, sparked by the death of a woman who'd been detained by the morality police. The deaths occurred in the city of Devandra. There's been sporadic unrest in various parts of Iran since the death on Friday of Mahsa Amini. She was 22. President Biden says difficult decisions were made in order to secure the release of an American citizen in Afghanistan in exchange for an Afghan tribal leader and Taliban ally. Mr. Biden granted clemency to Bashir Norzai, who spent 17 years of a life sentence in a US prison on drug smuggling charges. In return, the Taliban freed the former American naval officer Mark Frericks, who worked in Afghanistan as an engineer. The Taliban's acting foreign minister, Amir Khan Muttaqi, predicted that the move would open a new chapter in relations with the US.
This step also discloses on the Islamic Emirate and on the American side that many developments can be made through talks. In fact, for today's achievement, very complicated negotiations took place, and it took a long time, but finally it bore results.
A prominent journalist in Hong Kong's been charged with obstructing the police after allegedly being involved in a verbal dispute with plainclothes officers earlier this month. The police accused Ronson Chan of refusing to produce identification while he was reporting on a public housing meeting. He's denied wrongdoing. The Russian cosmonaut Valery Polyakov, who took the longest trip into space, has died. He was 80. Polyakov flew his first mission in 1988 aboard the Mir space station. 4 years later, he spent 14 months in space to see if people could maintain their mental health flying to Mars. BBC News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh. Queen Elizabeth's committal service has just ended at St. George's Chapel. She was Britain's longest-serving monarch until her death earlier this month at the age of 96. Dignitaries from around the world gathered to pay their final respects, as did enormous crowds who'd lined the streets of London, many of them since early in the morning, to get a glimpse of the hearse that carry the Queen's flag-draped coffin. NPR's Eleanor Beardsley is there.
So I'm standing out on the Long Walk, which is the 2.5-mile sort of wooded, grassy avenue that leads up to Windsor Castle gates. And this is where tens of thousands of people have gathered to watch the Queen's coffin go by for the last time. People here say they just did not want to miss it. This is a part of history. This is a moment in history. And they talk about how the nation has really come together at difficult times for Britain. But right now, a pause has been put on all that so they can pay tribute to their queen.
NPR's Eleanor Beardsley reporting. U.S. contractor Mark Frericks is on his way home from Afghanistan after a more than 2-year-long hostage ordeal. In exchange, the U.S. released a convicted drug trafficker linked to the Taliban. NPR's Michelle Kellerman has more.
U.S. officials say Mark Frericks is in stable health, traveling with the U.S. presidential envoy on hostage affairs. His sister says he's happy her brother is safe. The 60-year-old Navy veteran was detained in January 2020 and was believed to have been held by the Haqqani network. President Biden says Frericks' freedom required difficult decisions, which he says he did not take lightly. Biden granted clemency to Bashir Noorzai, who spent 17 years in U.S. custody on drug trafficking charges. Biden says he's made it a priority to get wrongfully detained Americans home. Michelle Kellerman, NPR News, the United Nations.
Throughout the last school year, more than 1,600 book titles were banned. That's according to a new report from PEN America. NPR's Andrew Limbong reports the group says a network of local and national political groups is behind the push to ban books.
According to the report, right-leaning groups, such as Moms for Liberty, have pushed schools and libraries to pull a number of books from their shelves or restrict them from their readership in some way. For the most part, the books being targeted either feature queer characters and storylines or prominently feature characters of color. These are books like the graphic memoir Gender Queer by Maya Kobabe, Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye, and All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. In a statement, Suzanne Nossel, chief executive officer at PEN America, said the rise in censorship casts a, quote, chill over the spirit of open inquiry and intellectual freedom that underpin a flourishing democracy.
NPR's Andrew Limbong. It's NPR News. Germany's central bank says the country is on track for a recession and high inflation in the coming year. NPR's Rob Schmitz has the latest from Berlin.
The Bundesbank said unfavorable developments in the gas market would put pressure on German manufacturers, with signs of an impending recession inside Europe's largest economy becoming hard to ignore. As Russia cuts gas deliveries to Germany, the country is scrambling to replace natural gas and paying extra to import both gas and coal from outside of Europe. Bank economists predict that Germany's GDP will decline in the final quarter of this year and the first quarter of 2023. The bank also warned that inflation could reach into the double digits in the coming months as prices of services and energy continue to rise. In August, Germany's year-on-year inflation rate was nearly 8%. Rob Schmitz, NPR News, Berlin.
Iran is pressing a case against the United States at the International Court of Justice in The Hague. It accuses the U.S. of seizing Iranian assets in violation of a 1955 friendship treaty. The assets include $1.75 billion from Iran's central bank. However, the United States argues the money can be used to compensate the victims of terrorist attacks that Washington alleges Iran sponsored. While the ICJ's rulings are binding, the United Nations top court has no way of enforcing them. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down nearly 60 points at 30,764. I'm Lakshmi Singh, NPR News.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Oh no!
Isachar Music presents the single Dirty Works by Link and Chain, a conscious reggae group, distributed by Tough Gong International, available on iTunes and all digital platforms. Email isacharmuzik@gmail.com. Dirty Works by Link and Chain is on the Isachar Music label.
difference you can feel.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
We, the people of Jamaica, are tired of the corrupt system. We're tired of the promises and we want real change now. It's time to make our voices heard. So come out and join the United Independence Congress on Thursday, September 22 at the Ward Theatre at 10 a.m. as we walk from downtown Kingston to Halfway Tree. Enough is enough. We demand good governance now.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Lady Lee, the Queen of the South, and I'm inviting you all to trailblaze with me on the best of the best radio station, the Best 100 FM, Mondays through Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. You can't afford to miss it on your airwaves. Yes, Trailblaze with Lady Lee right here, Mondays to Thursdays, 2 to 5 p.m. on the best of the best, Best 100 FM. Mwah.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you got to feel it, you got to be clean. You got to make it straight, you can't be lean. To share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling. And then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You feel the soul inside of you.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister.
Welcome back to the program today, 19th of September. And we're in the second half, having heard the Isachar feature. Isachar feature named Dirty Works coming from Lincoln Chain. And right away, go and get into some live chat. And the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. Live chat said, the Natal Basco said, the shenanigan pump and pride prime minister and the insignia wearing GG Governor General come swearing allegiance and pledge to the colonialism master. Damien Pollock said, where this fast mouth man I talk about? I wonder which one of the clock them him tell him. All right. Big Truck say, good day to all the hydrants. Let's have a positive week. The latest ever rise up PNP. Which one I laid that? I did hear somebody say something like, what that was again? Can't remember. Sister D said, I can't watch nothing to do with them. Somebody send a screenshot of the goat ahead the coffin. Them got that, is it? I heard that them have some ram goat there. That was to be offered as some sacrifice in the funeral of Elizabeth. Nobody can tell them about it. Have any call there? Have a call? Okay, let's get to the telephone. Somebody can tell them about if them really have a goat there, them have a tradition of sacrificing. Let's get back to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yes, Jerry.
How go on?
What do you man say?
You're not there.
You man got conference today?
Me? No, if I did there, you would have seen me.
Who?
If I was there, you would have seen me.
Oh, so you're assuming that I was there, right?
No, if I was there, I know you would see me.
Anyway, so you're telling me that I was there then, right?
Me can't tell you where to go.
Yeah, well, I was there, sir.
Well, that's it though.
I was there.
So how it looked to you?
How it looked to me?
Yeah.
You mean in terms of the crowd or the speaker's presentation?
Not the crowd. How the prospect look for you? I saying that it come like the PNP was lying in state. But
that's what the communication of the Labour Party want us to believe.
No, the Labour Party lie. Them lie in government and them lie. Them everywhere them go them lie.
Yes, I want him to tell people I'm in a friend. You can ask him, Beverly and the Somali Duncan.
Yeah, ask her.
The Labour Party communication he set up now, only leading up to the 1970 election and the leadership of Michael Manley. You can't compare that one. You see that one there too, right now. So you say you use a good word, lie, propaganda, lie, big time, right?
Yes.
But at least, I don't know if it's the first time it happened, but still, but in a certain part, the police want to lock up the entrance,
In certain
when
what?
people outside of it, where Buddha want coming up, it's still outside and take it from the big feeder outside.
Whose conference?
Pardon me?
Whose conference? Whose conference police
conference yesterday, that's what we were talking about from the beginning of the argument.
No, you said police had to lock off PNP conference?
No, the entrance to the arena yesterday.
You mean to the amount of people coming in? To the amount of people coming in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where's it?
No, hold on there. Where's the PNP bank come down, PNP river come down bank to bank?
Yeah, but that's the reality of the reality of the situation yesterday.
Yeah.
And police, but I never saw so many police there again. Police, lot of police. May I tell you, in the county attorney does police tricking.
I wonder if they must come there for shoot to kill.
And interestingly, there was some special policeman on bike.
Yeah.
Dressed like riot squad. But no, two men know for the crime robber in Jamaica, no, a bike man do it, So if like I said, they have a bike arm at the force. Stop person apart from the traffic. Cop them that go
around. Them have some so-called crime fighting bike squad.
Yes, man. Yeah, and the leader presentation.
That's a Mark
Don't get
Golding.
me wrong now, because we had a lot of presentation in the past, and then come out, but that why, if I'm really genuine and get the opportunity, hopefully, it try to go to at least the majority.
Well, you say Mark Golding look like him out for connect.
Pardon me?
You say Mark Golding look like him out for connect.
But he has to, right? Because at least him look on this and see where I go on for a long time. But to Jamaica love the politician with the rhetoric or charisma. That's what Jamaica come to like, and even if it breeds violence, as a result of charisma, because that go on in the 70s, with Michael Manley and Sierra, too much charisma and rhetoric and true word.
Yeah.
And then that type of argument Jamaica likes. So as a leader, if you now say that, them tell it, everybody say you're soft.
Yeah.
They used to say that about Shearer.
Yeah, Shearer never sharp. Shearer easy going. Shearer,
yes.
Shearer, a millionaire. Shearer a millionaire.
Anyway,
no, hold on, man. Shearer a millionaire in the Harry Bank.
I've been told so. You remember that girl Peggy from Spanish Town, India, looking woman where they did a prison?
We are talking about the police girl. Yeah, the informer, not the informer.
Peggy, Laura, you talk about Sharon.
What Peggy did do?
Yeah?
What Peggy did do?
I couldn't go there some such spot.
I know Ryder. You know Ryder?
Every time you have to leave certain thing to the imagination.
Hold on, you know Ryder?
I would have that person.
Is that girl? Is that lady a Spanish Town lady man Ryder? But I think she was a PNP Ryder.
You say you didn't know the woman who then call him Pearl Harbor too?
Yeah, but I know her, but not intimately. I know her because I used to work on King Street and I used to work on the waterfront.
Or when she died, they clean up as a dressmaker or something like that?
Dressmaker?
So her profession was dressmaking?
Better them said that she model dress. maybe she was a dressmaker, maybe.
Me don't tell you something more about one extra talk and big up yourself.
All right, cool, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, sir.
How go on?
Not much that more than life,
Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I called this morning because I asked you to look into a word for me, please.
Which word?
Clique.
You want to it?
When you use the word clique in a political sense, what does what meaning does you use when you use the word clique in a political sense?
It usually suggests a group within a larger group. A group within a larger group where them surround one or few personality. A little inner circle or of them own agenda.
Okay.
Why that word come up?
Yeah, because I do a little do a little search from manly error, right?
Manly era or error?
Yeah, era.
Yeah, why you say error?
No, I just might pronounce it sometimes.
You're going like your journal too much, man.
No, man. All right, Mr. Smart, the word clique, right? Manly use it. Him use it in our terms whereby you have large amount of group of people in the political society. When them reach certain heights in the society and hold certain they call it asset. Them when they either reach them destination, they either retire with the asset, or them discharge themselves with the asset.
Yeah. Them abscond.
Abscond.
Abscond means they don't run away.
Yeah, yes, sir. running with the bag of money.
Alright.
That's what the word, him use the word terms of clique. So I do some more search on it because even with the shoot and ask question after.
Yeah.
Even that I do a little by a little you call it me just I do a little study on it. So me just start. So I got to hopefully we can finish by weekend. Before weekend, so I can discuss it more with you. Yes, Chief.
All right, cool. Now.
Enjoy your afternoon, yeah?
Yeah, all right, cool.
All right. I'm going to make the bed bugs back.
Yeah, live chat again. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473, 279-8473. Big Trucks, I see at the PNP conference, the politic tricksters giving away everything. His kitchen sink, shameful act by the PNP old guards. Only Peter Phillips made sense. Big Truck continue. Kremlin have a big bucketive from Judgment Yard. Is that so? Damian Prolak say, well, as a liberate insider, you should have known still. Damian Prolak say Kremlin a drink too much higher. Big Truck say, I never knew it's a crime or condemnation not to attend someone's funeral. Get over it. Oh, yeah. Scholarly 21 says, blessed love, Father Bongo. South Florida, the house, another Monday in South Florida. Keep the fire burning. Alice Slice Bread says, Mouton Jerry is the most influential person in radio land, positively. Florida Wise Productions says, good afternoon, Bongo Jerry. Yes, man. Here in London, Victoria measuring the safety of the traveling public ill. Pablo of Music said, Jerry, still think Gremlin and Taliban in to change them false pretense. Intend to change them false pretense. Foolish dog barking at flying bird, Irie. Eh? Or Jerry still think Jerry still thinks okay. Marva Valentine say, greetings, Jerry. Live chat crew FM. Yes, Jerry, I caught a glimpse of Ram grow to the crown, leading the procession of the gods, the devil itself. What you say? What call it? Yes, back to the phone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, welcome.
I want one question to ask. One war here, Sam, did I go on Ethiopian? I don't know which the people use bees. I don't know if people out of Ethiopia. I don't know if it goes up to, but me just say, yeah, ask.
Well, more than one time, there's legends of bees being turned on people and sting them out of the space, make them off a runway. In Ethiopia, more than one time that I said to be happening because I know Ethiopia famous for having large hordes of bees and honey, wild and all them with it. And people who know how to instigate them because bees are very, very sensitive and have some collective intelligence there that you can, that marvel, you know that.
Yeah, true, yeah. All right, I just let me ask to me hear the argument, you know, so say ask.
Yeah, man, it's a long time tradition they talk more than one time, up to the 1930s when Italy come in there.
Okay.
It even in the Ethiopian anthem where it's a rallying cry for the black people in the diaspora. As the swift bees to hive suddenly gather. Ethiopia, the land of my fathers.
Yeah.
I forgot.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the answer.
Yeah, man, thanks, yes, sir. You have any more? All right, back to the live chat, you know. Yeah. Kean Brown said, Mr. Small Day, Shinekin the Fourth is the official goat of the 3rd Battalion of the Royal Welsh Regiment mascot, adopted since 1775. Shinekin the Fourth, eh? Sister D say, yes, Jerry, the goat ahead the procession. This was to symbolize them allegiance into. I say, if him is the mascot, I don't think them will kill him, you know. I heard some argument about goat to be killed and a tradition of that. At the same time, I don't know if people or some people have a tradition of sacrificing them mascot and then problem our next goat to replace it. Maybe so. I don't know much about them thing, but we're soon hear more and more about that. Very interesting. Well, talking as somebody just mentioned about Ethiopian wartime and many things, there was something I want to mention from earlier now. There are so many similarities between this time here and the early in the 20th century, even in the early to middle 20th century, happenings around the world, and England and Africa and Ethiopia. Now, when Haile Selassie had to leave Ethiopia, not willingly, but had to leave Ethiopia and try to get into the League of Nations so that him could appeal for justice to be done because his country get invaded and him have very few modern weapons and it reach a stage him have to go make an appeal. So him have to travel, have to leave out of Ethiopia, try to stay alive and go to the League of Nations, go in at the meeting, go talk, you know. He had to go to England. He never planned for going, but he had to go to England, and the English begged him to come to England instead of staying in Jerusalem. And them said they would help him to stay there comfortably, and it would be nearer for him to travel back and forth to the League of Nations in Switzerland. Now, them never help him the full amount in England. Them help him a certain amount. Them never help him the full amount. Them start to give him cold shoulder. After them say, yes, them will take care of everything. Them start give him cold shoulder. Now, him never carry plenty money with him, you know. Never carry plenty money. When him leave Ethiopia, him just carry £25,000. In those days, that would have valued plenty more than what it would have valued now. But it still wasn't no great amount of money. And him, him and the people him have with him, his wife, him have 5, I think him had either 4 or 5 children with him. Him have translate, him have all kind of people I work for him. Translate and interpreter, secretary, and all different kind of people. The £25,000 couldn't last a long, long time. But some people owe him some money, you know, in England. And him a figure say, all right, when him reach England, he can get to collect their money there. But of course, a lot of the time when people see you in a stiff position, people who owe you money, people who owe you favors, people who owe you respect, and other people suddenly get brave and decide to them not giving you your money, or them going to avoid you, or them going to ignore you. Them things they happen frequently now. When you are in difficult situation and people know some of them who owe you both money and obligation or other things will try to push you off, try to belittle you. Little by little become an enemy. Well, England did do some of that. Anyway, that same year when Haile Selassie left Ethiopia, 1936, I leave Ethiopia. Some terrific things going on in England the whole of the year there, England was in a stiff position before Haile Selassie get no problem in the April and decide to leave Ethiopia when them leave Ethiopia by the beginning of May. England was in a stiff problem from the January 1936, Guess what England do? The English organize and kill them king. You never know. Them king was on the throne reigning. He was about 69-year-old, I believe. Never old to that. Them organize and poison him. Now them make excuse and say he was in very much pain and that's why them kill him. To ease him out of the pain. But the fact is that them kill. The big official them in England inject the king. Him sick for a long time, Them inject him on the 20th of January. Them inject him with some poison and kill him. And that's how now this Queen of England reached on the throne. I'll soon tell you if you want to hear. Let's get back to the phone. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Bongo.
Go on.
Yeah, man, judge. When he crucified Jesus, when he judged Jesus, asked him if he my king or Jews, and he said yes. Where judge the name?
Pilate. Pilate.
Pilate.
Yeah, them did carry him some chief priest and them man before. To try to do some preliminary to test out whether them can humbug him. I think Caiaphas was one of them. I think some Jew man from film religion that we are gonna dash him away.
Yes. And he asked him, say, every my king I do, and he tell him yes.
Yeah, no, when tell him. When said to him, when say, I don't remember the exact word. What was the exact word? Him said something like, you say so. When said, thou sayest?
Yes.
Somebody please remind me of the exact words.
Yeah, man. And he asked, 3 times he asked him in a bongo.
Yeah.
And he take him one side and said, don't say yes.
No, what? When take him one side and say what?
Say no, if he say yes, he my king I Jewel.
I don't know if him did do that. One at a time, and when him say, the Jesus said to him, said, thou sayest, in other words, you say so.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and I saw them crucify me, you know. That's our Sunday school for me a baby there.
Yeah, man, we are hear them story from me a little. That's some of the first.
So you're a girl up on the program there. What's your name again?
Which program?
Your program, yeah.
Nerine, eh?
Yeah. I teach Nerine something, but you know, get ignorant sometimes.
I wouldn't say she get ignorant, but she get stubborn. She's not really a person who will get ignorant, you know.
Yes, yes.
She kind of stubborn. She's a very, you know, them little mild-mannered people, eh?
Yeah.
We talk gentle all the way. I couldn't say I couldn't say I really say she should get ignorant, but she will get stubborn.
I'm Bongo.
Eh?
You remember when me and Harris about Oris Chang? You know what Oris Chang want the camel them? I'm going to sue him because he not take care of donkey them.
When want the camel for?
After I abuse the donkey them already, I want camel now.
If him want camel, that means him chest high.
Yes. And that's why I get low marks, you know. Can I abuse the donkey them? I know one camel.
When you say him high there the donkey knee?
Yes.
No, I couldn't say. No, I don't. No, I want you to take back that. I can't say Harris Chang abuse no donkey. I don't know.
Yeah, man, you abuse the donkey them, Jerry. And now carry out to work. I donkey them now plow no land. He now row no land.
Now plow no row.
Donkey them don't have put shop and get trouble.
Eh?
He have a donkey them don't have put shop. Did I get trouble? You remember, man?
Put shop. Oh yes.
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 So that's why.
Jackass a jump and break.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Yes. Yeah, man. Numbers again 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473. 279-8473. Yeah, man. So them poison the King of England. Some of them doctor. Give him poison in a midnight, the 20th of January. And him son now. If he turn king after him dead now. Him there London now, you know, but you know them take a while before them crown him. Just like how this one, you see this one take a while and gather up all kind of celebration and wait till the morning done for them mother or them father. And meanwhile, them invite up all the people and make all the plan and build all the clothes and build all some new building for carry out things, you know. So his son, the King of England's son, the way to take over as King of England. Him there England and Haile Selassie reach England the June. Him leave Ethiopia May, you know. No reach England till the beginning of June. 1 month to take him to reach it. When him reach England June, you know, the King of England tried to avoid him government invite Haile Selassie to come stay, you know. But him, the King of England, no want to meet Selassie. Him no want to meet Selassie. First thing, him no crown yet. And second thing, him is 2 years younger than Selassie, you know. Haile Selassie born in 1892. And him born in 1894. I'm a young man around Pandong, a Wolpa girl. And Wolpa girl, I get him in a trouble and them want him now for crown on the throne of England. But him have Wolpa girl when I behave themselves. So them afraid for crown him. I'm around Pandong now behave himself. Same time Haile Selassie go to England now. the English government supposed to help the Ethiopian government, you know. Them supposed to help them get back some money with some people with them. Some big English businessman who still has some money. And England government now supposed to help him get back their money from them big company, you know, Cable Wireless and some other company. Apart from that, Haile Selassie want to meet with the King of England to make him make some assistance to Ethiopia. But him now want to meet with Haile Selassie, you know. First thing him see himself as a superior. Say him higher than an African king. And some other reason why I'm not want to meet Selassie. I'll soon tell you if you want to hear it. We have a next call? All right, let's get to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, respect God.
Well, go on.
Soldier man, this a call.
Soldier from where?
Van St. Catherine, Frankie this.
What you say?
I want to tell you something. Saturday, say three white people, one white woman and two white men and a Rasta looking girl. Them a interview what we know about the Queen. But when them come on my stall.
Where your stall was?
A template in a garbage where government left a huge street and look in like
What downtown?
But anyway, when they reach me stall and they interview me, you know, me say, cause me the man drink me speaker. Me say Queen for dead long time. I want if them are going to do anything bad.
So why you tell me say you drink a special?
Actually, we sell a yam and thing, man. Other yam man just put rum for our cat and we put back rum top. Be a little we drink during the day.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, now, the white man, them not understand how me say them put their ears on the black Rasta lady and not like them a say when Shani lady say, that lady say, you know all of that, man. The Queen was the head of slavery and she then used to use black people, baby, catch alligator. You white people and say, go to the black lady like them man after the black lady. Me know all of that too, man. Me say that for a long time.
Yes.
And then laugh on them.
Hold on. Them understand?
No, them three white people, the two white man and the white woman, them put their ears to the Rasta lady like them don't understand what me say.
Yeah, but when she talk that, them understand what she mean?
Black Rasta lady say, me know all of that, dread.
Yes, but the white people understand when she talk the patois.
Them not say nothing, me no hear them say nothing. Try them put them face against the black Rasta lady when me talk.
Yes, but you say them laugh.
No, not them laugh. Only the black Rasta woman laugh. Them not have them camera and them.
Oh,
mic,
yes. Yes.
That heap of garbage and then a pint upon the garbage and what ask about what we know about the Queen and what we think of a new Queen.
Yeah.
Me no want no more woman Queen, me want man king.
Why? Why you want a man king for?
Why? Me know king to the earth and me read Bible king rule.
They want to the woman queen.
No man, me read a man, me know about woman, thing dangerous, man.
Well, Annie, where you say you read a man?
You forgot me, Jerry. And me want to touch upon how my party warm up and sound good, Mr. Golden too, you know.
Oh, when you're done with the king, you touch upon Golden, man. What you saying, I want a woman queen?
Yeah, man, then hear that interview, me say I want man rule king.
Yeah.
But then anyway, they laugh. All right, remember what she said? You need a black one or a white one. Me say, me want just man king, me want a more woman. She said, you need a black one or a white one. It's a black one. The lady laugh.
Yeah.
Right now, me now river, I enjoy it. Me now going on my farm today. Because when me see, I then left the garbage, I look clean bad again. You know, weekend. From Thursday, go down there, all full, all two garbage truck, and we sell, couldn't put out, we have to, we couldn't go that year, they were big.
Why?
If you try to go there, we come here, put cardboard and chop all in, but it smell bad, the whole thing, and come out with the stuff, man. Pure fly and them fly the different, them fly that took them and take you away.
Eh.
Why, and I be a Queen celebration, me are going and everything. Boy, Mark Golden, want to touch my Mark Golden, I go lick them woman.
Eh?
Yeah, man, come here, me say they sound warm and sound good, kind of say, boy. But like when it's about the rivers and the sea, some people have got access to that and them things. Like
Ma walk back the beach,
Yeah, car right now when I go on certain beach, our police take care of. Hey, boy, come here.
Yeah.
Mr. Jerry, you know, come downtown over there, but see a pass now on the ground head.
Yeah, man, me always come down there every week, man, all 2 times.
I come down there, man, I see a place out to know you, man, Charlie, a top man, the same, man. He's a man loved by the people, you know, man.
Eh, then you could have run down there too.
I say, man, I say, but here, why little boy, them can't control, because them a vampire, them a talk about that somebody. Me actually, me can't that somebody.
What them say about that shower?
You, them a say, them flash somebody, they would have want somebody to dash for all them things when then they around me. All righteousness, me I tell them.
No, you're not for sacrifice. You're not for sacrifice.
Then righteousness, I said to them, say, you're not supposed to rob a next man and feed a woman and people. They have baby mother. Them love talk about baby mother. So I say, not supposed to rob a next man and feed a woman and your baby mother. And so hear them. I know, man, but that's how we live. They don't know how to point, but they don't have a point. That's how they live. Right now, Mr. Jerry, boy, I want to see PMP run back in ground and run some whole time thing and fix up the road. And that. I find soldier to back on the road in a be a skipping and no skipping style.
Yes, yes. So
yeah,
that means...
You know if I bother up here when you're in Drunker Spring?
Yeah, man, I know bother, I know Drunker Spring.
Why you know Drunker Spring? All right, it's from Drunker Spring company. I woman and Riversdale Road. From Drunker Spring company, come down a Bugudu. Remember me tell about the Bugudu?
Eh, you know about Neil?
Eh?
You know about Neil?
About Neil, that's a top side Drunker Spring.
Yes, yes. But anyway, my...
You know I'm young man, you know I'm wrong, but me not tell you. Yeah, if I know Darling Blue explain there, you know, bank, all right, that's some first come on earth.
But you know, if you take too much of a special one time, do you know?
Well, I have link around every you forgot how top man thing go, I have link around every so you know, forgive me that time, I get enough, so I not drink no only, I just drink 2 today.
Yeah, what about the JB? I not talk about JB now with label, you know. What about the bottom? What about the bottom crow?
John. You can't hustle them can't hustle the original one.
Why?
Jesus, when I talk about that, they never never hear me. I'm glad you don't know me general them.
And cut my ear and cut off your privilege.
That me no want Jesus, please. I don't want the cat man and lose that, you know. So Jerry is going to be special and let me too much, little more.
All right, yes, sir.
Well, it's strong, Mr. Jerry. We want to do something about this Labour government and we want to move man so this holding our can go on with Price Stone, Library Stone, like I might. So like to get the warrior movements.
But after after you can take one for up my eye, but after that you have ease up.
I told me I take me the car, me have enough, me I sell little up here, up on my country here, little long and I forgot to talk about. Mr. Jerry, me a comedian like Andrew Ellis, you know. Me see you.
You say you're a comedian?
Yeah, man, wow. When I comedian, you know, you groom them and you catch them once you catch them. Yeah. You know what to do with them.
Oh, yes.
Forgot, up on the year, me tell you half a year how me work.
Half the year, all right. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have any more?
Yeah.
We have a live chat here still. A live chat. Sister D. Yeah, man. Yes, the goat. Yes, the goat had a position that this was there to symbolize them allegiance into. Kevin Hume show. So it's a fact that they used to give out the Milo when you bring in a patient. Is it a fact that they used to give out Milo when you bring in a patient? I've been hearing that since I was a kid, yeah. I think when we were youth, if you're carrying a madman off of the street, go to Bellevue, Then give must a tin of Milo or something like so. Get a tin of Milo. Donovan Islet say, Bongo just tune in back to the program and hearing Taliban talking about the camel and donkey. For who? For the Queen, man. Karen Brown said the tradition date back to the American War of Independence at Bunker Hill, 1775, or the Battle of Bunker Hill. A stray goat trotted into the military front when the goat led the colour party protecting the flag, the Royal Welsh. How you said? Mr. Johnson said, Jerry, explain how the Church of England came about, where the king disobeyed the Pope and formed his own church. The reason is because he loved his brother's wife. Yeah, that Henry VIII, no? Henry VIII. Research unit said, Jerry, this thing about the king and queen is ridiculous. Imagine a movie out called The Woman King. What a paradox. Madness. You talk about that? The British, them, they have a tradition. I don't know if them still are going with it. But it looked like it was being done till when I was a little boy. Because them have a tradition, say, when the royal family have them son, them dress them as girl. Them not start dress them as boy till them reach about 6 years old. You understand? Them have about 3/4 with some little prince of England and king's son. Dress up like girl. And them not start dress up. You know, if I disguise them, I don't want people to know so them a boy. Dress them up like them a boy till them reach 6 years old. You understand me? Yes, but we soon get back to Haile Selassie in London, 1936. The numbers are 6191508, 6191508, and 2798473, 2798473. Yeah, so it's so ironic. Marcus Garvey and a whole heap of militant black people, them flock the railway station when Haile Selassie come in London. Them drop him at the seaport and the ship come at the seaport and named Southampton. And from Southampton to London is about 70 or to 80 miles. So them carry them have a train. Every time a ship come, a train go alongside and empty the ship and carry the people going to London 70 miles away, 80 miles away. Them carry him going to London. When them reach London, everybody are welcome him at the train station, including Marcus Garvey and many more other militant black people at them time, in 1936. But them rope off the exit that the crowd not really get to flock around him and them way. Because I'm not just come out in the crowd and go with the people now. Them going to go special place where them all put him up. So them kind of rope off and cordon off them place. And I think them carry him into a building. It was either a building or a next railroad car. Like a compartment. And them calling, according to what I heard, them calling about half dozen of the militant leader them in England them time. But them never met Marcus Garvey in that half dozen. They make sure say Marcus must be in that half dozen. And them carry the half dozen people go into the carriage, go present them to Haile Selassie and say, well then this is some of your most loyal supporters in England. And him and them talk. One of the man of them carrying is a man who me hear about for a long time afterward. And him call himself Ras Makon, a guy and him come from, you know. Guy and him come from, but you know, a lot of the African people, a lot of the Caribbean people always call themselves by some African name, even some famous African name. So him call himself by Haile Selassie father name Ras Makon. He must want them there, let him see. Marcus Garvey never get to see him, so Marcus Garvey keep now trying to contact him after that day when them carry him, you know. When them carry his mother and him family gonna put up in a guest house and hotel. Marcus Garvey been trying to contact him right back. But him not making no contact with him. Most likely I use the post office and the telegraph office to send telegram and write letter, you know, that I'm not going to help you by delivering your letter to him when them don't want the town to link up. A lot of communication get blocked those kind of way. Marcus Garvey now him reaching England the beginning of June, you know. 2nd of June him reaching England. And him a plan to go at the League of Nations meeting, go represent him country. League of Nations meeting not keeping until the end of June, the 30th of June. Last day of June, you know. In the meantime now, Haile Selassie now talk to some of the ministers them in the English government, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and make him know, say, we want Britain help to back us in the league. Even though them know say Britain was not helping them, you know. Britain was not talking for Ethiopia. Britain not take side with Italy, but they do it under the quiet. Haile Selassie want to reason with the minister them to kind of convince them and bring them round to film position. Them are resisting, but at the same time, them are talk with him. So he make them know that he would like to meet with the new King of England. Remember, say like a young boy, who is like a young boy who is 42 years old at the time. Just take over from him father. The January him father did, you know, and him take over as king, but him not crown it, because I know say, them take the throne and take the name king, but them not crown till all the next year. And them keep them big celebration. He might try to avoid from me, Haile Selassie. Because him know say Haile Selassie go and convince him. Not only that, him knows Haile Selassie a wiser man than him and more respected in the world. And matter of fact, amongst kings, him is so highly respected that this little guy would have come in like a little junior or a little inferior to him. Now I meet him because he knows that this man is not only supposed to descend from the son of Solomon. Them here says a very smart man. Don't want to meet him. I'm avoid from meeting. And me here say the foreign minister of England, you know, said to him, say, him, every time him refuse, say him not meet Selassie. The foreign minister of England said to him, say, if you were to meet with Haile Selassie, it would be very popular with the people. Hear the guy, you know? Popular with who? Yeah, it's popular, but with who? Because I try to show him, say, it now go popular with the big society people. And the little people who go popular with don't matter because them not no money. Them are the ordinary mass of people. That's the kind of thing he must say now. Face the talk, you know. And did you know, say, by the end of the year, by the December, January father did him turn king, you know. By December, him decide to come off of the throne and them run him out of England. You know. The same guy we don't want to meet Haile Selassie. The same king of England will take over. And the Prime Minister of England, where did also try to avoid meeting Haile Selassie, is the Foreign Minister talk to Selassie all the while, not a carry message to a king. But the actual Prime Minister now, like Boris Johnson. Him was a guy like Boris Johnson. Well, in personal, it wasn't like Boris Johnson, but like Boris Johnson, him see himself higher than black people, and him now want to meet Haile Selassie. And him is the one where they duck underneath to a table and hide under a tablecloth. When Haile Selassie walk near where him there, in the House of Parliament, in the dining room where them carry visitors and where the top minister them go eat them have them tea. When him say Haile Selassie come, him the Prime Minister of England duck under one table and go hide. Can you imagine the pettiness of these people and little more? It just turn around back upon them. Anyway, we want to play a piece of music here. Rivers of Babylon, we have it? We want to play it by two groups, one by the Melodians. But let's hear the Melodian first before we hear Boney. Yes, by the Rivers of Babylon. Because see it there? We find ourselves in captivity. And we find ourselves in exile. And find ourselves in Egypt and all kind of foreign countries over and over. In exile, in captivity, in a Babylon. And when we're in a Babylon, so uncomfortable, on top of the insult of being subject in a Babylon, Babylon want we entertain them with our music from Zion. Ready?
The rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. carried us away. Captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha's song in a strange land? 'Cause the wicked carried us away. Captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha's song in a strange land? Sing it out loud. Sing the song of freedom, brother. Sing the song of freedom, sister. We gonna walk and talk it. We gonna sing and shout it, So let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, override. So let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, override. Sing it, yeah. We got to sing it together. Everyone by the rivers of Babylon, where he sat down, and there he wept when he remembered Zion. 'Cause the wicked carried us away. Captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha's song in a strange land? 'Cause the wicked carried us away. Captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha's song in a strange land? Sing it out loud. Sing the song of freedom.
Yeah, man, that's one of the great music of the 1970s, the Melodians. Melodians, one of the top music of all time in Jamaica. One of the top groups, singing group in Jamaica of all time. And you know that after the Melodians sing the music, the Bonnie M, the first one we hear was by Bonnie M. Bonnie M is a group in Europe. I think it have been 2 Jamaican girls in the group, you know. Bonnie M. And them sing back over the music. And the music sells so much that after a while, somebody, I don't know if it's the Melodian them, somebody want to collect money from the Melodians, say them a copy Melodians, from the Bonnie M, say them a copy Melodians music and them a go, them want to collect royalties from them, you know. But I did that tell some people, you know, so they can't get no royalties from Bonnie M. Because I know Melodians write that piece of music. David, King David, or one of the Bible man write that music from about 1,000 years before, 2,000 years before. And eventually that happened now courthouse and them have to let go that because that music exists from so long ago with them lyrics there. That them couldn't claim say them copy it from Melodian, because Melodian never write that music. You understand? Anyway, we're going to get back to some live chat, live chat. Somebody was asking where the story come from about how the Church of England was formed. All right, research unit say. No, Ken Paul said, blessed teacher, continue the story with Selassie and the King of England. Really interested. All right, we'll give you a little piece of it a while ago. We have some more to talk about still. Cecil Meyer said, Imperial Court. All right, Sister D. Rubin said, Mr. Johnson Henry VIII wanted to get rid of his present wife, but the Pope wouldn't grant the annulment. In other words, in those days, Roman Catholic Church don't allow people to divorce. Very rarely. And the Pope himself have to give permission if two people we feel like them important enough appeal to him. And he would have to, but usually them not allow people to divorce. So the England was run under Roman Catholic Church. So the King of England organized now with some of the pastor them in England. The form a new church, so them not under Rome again, them under England. So it's near Anglican. Anglican mean England. So I was going to say, this Sister Ruben again, sending the explanation to Mr. Johnson, say, Henry VIII wanted to get rid of his present wife, but the Pope wouldn't grant the annulment. That lead to the reform of the church. Yeah, them reform the church, farm it over, and dash a Roman Catholic out of England. Them not really dash it away. Them farm them own church now, so that is the official church England. England church, and allow the king for divorce. I think he must have married about eight women in all or more. Married and divorced. Him chop off all some of them head. Some of them will give him trouble, him chop off all them head. Bevelin Fairweather say, Babylon is not a race. It is a system practiced by all color and corporation. Well, that is true. Babylon started out as a place in Asia there. Babylon up where Iraq, where Saddam Hussein did there, Babylon. Afterward, it become not only a kingdom, but them start rule other people place. Colonial imperialist place where them take over other people country and rule it too. Colonialism or imperialism. And Babylon was like one of the early world governments, One of the early governments that become so strong that them rule a major portion of the world. Almost half the world or major portion of the world. And after a while, most such imperialist kind of power where almost control the whole world. People start to call any place like that, no matter where it happened to be, them start call it Babylon or Babylonian system. Yeah, the numbers again, 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. I mean, I look for the part, some of the interesting part to read from one of the book. I have some of them information, I have them in all different kind of book. All different kind of book, but sometimes some of them give you a special part and others give you another part. I look for some the part that we just tell you about, because I just 2 days ago I book it up in this book here. Yes, the numbers again. 279-8473. 279-8473. And 619-1508. 619-1508. Now, when we are looking at this book, to find some information about Haile Selassie, never say none, And then afterwards, me go buck it up. Buck up some of it. I look under Haile Selassie, me can't see nothing. Me look under Abyssinia, me not see nothing. Me look under Ethiopia, me not see nothing. I think it's Emperor, me find something on there now. But I was so happy when I buck up the one when Mark Emperor. Hold on, the Emperor. Soon find the right part. But hear this now. One Russian ambassador meet the same guy, before them crown him. Say him a king of England. Russian ambassador buck him up and say, boy, I look like him not much sense. But a little later now, them say, a few weeks later, this book name Gone with the Windsors. Now the Windsor is the name of the family of England. Them change them name to Windsor because some German them, But when the people them find out that them related to them wicked ruler in Germany, them change them name, Change them name to Windsor. Now Windsor them the name, Change them name to Windsor. After one palace for them did have. You want to call here? Alright, so I hear it now. The book name Gone with the Windsor, I tell you how the man drop off of the throne. I drop off of the throne after Haile Selassie the England. Them say a few weeks later, the unhappy little emperor of Abyssinia, that Ethiopia, pleaded in vain for an interview with his majesty, that means the king of England, his powerful cousin. Kind of them time there, all of the kings in the earth always refer to one another as them cousin, regardless whether them black or white, Most of the kings in the earth usually recognize one another, whether them black or white or any color, the king them. Because them know so they all of them rule over them country. All right. Let's get back to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Small.
Go on.
Blessed. I'm a blessed day, my brother. But I'm not cut you, I'm not straight.
No, man, you can't cut, man. Can't cut, man, yeah.
Yeah, you are one.
Yeah.
I feel like that to them, do you want to get rid of the queen of head of state? I feel like them get her out by evil and look inject,
Who did want to get rid of the queen as head of state?
No, to them they want to leave now. Maybe
no, you're not hear me. Hear me good. You're not hearing me. Hear me good. Hey, hold on. Hear me good. Hold on, and listen me now. Who you said it want to get rid of her? Who?
No, nobody stand up, nobody call the name, but me say.
I am asking you. Don't repeat. Hello, hold on. Hold on. What you just say? What you just say?
No, me say. Me nobody say nobody do it, but what me I say, this train circle, as they said they want her to move, and she just passed off right away. So
who did want her?
There's some background right from the truth.
Yes, who did want her to move?
Right,
who did want her to move?
Stop it there. Human that even move from the status and human die.
Hold on, who did want her to move?
Some truth to hide from the public.
Yes, who did want her to move?
Some corruption them behind it.
Yes, who did want her to move? Who did want her to move?
No, when we hear them, nobody say no, nobody know no name, but what me I say, how them bring up that right away, they want to get rid of her now.
Who you said it want the Queen of England to move? Hello? I don't know if him that sensible or if him smart. He might be smart or he might not be that sensible. You have any more call? Yes, what he must say? That somebody get rid of the queen or poison her or something. Now, since morning, me I tell you, say, our grandfather, them did move him by poison him. Then all of a sudden now, him now a jump up and say, somebody poisoned the queen. It's because you hear me say that this morning about our grandfather, or you just jump up with that, you know? Why you never call in and talk that before? Since when you get that idea? But him not really want to reason with this still. You have any more call? All right, let me read back now. A few weeks later, that in February, that in Yes, in February, coming down. The unhappy little emperor of Abyssinia. Why them say him unhappy through him out time country and him can't get free? Move or him want to move. Them say he pleaded in vain for an interview with His Majesty the King of England, his powerful cousin. For by this term, them tell us said these terms are them address one and call them cousin. Them say these terms is how the kings always address one another. Them always call one another cousin, no matter if whether them relate or if them know one another before. The kings in the world always call one another cousin. What about call? Alright. Him say, Edward, that are the king of England, always say that him is an underdog. Edward, you know. The one way get overthrown in England. The one who never get the crown. But him say, but the writer is saying, there was no more unfortunate underdog in England at this time than the sad emperor of Ethiopia, who was said to be descended from the King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The Italians had then already raped Ethiopia, and Haile Selassie was the exiled ruler of a conquered land. Him say Eden, that are the foreign minister, asked the King of England to see Haile Selassie again. And when the King of England, the young King of England, we had 2 years younger than Haile Selassie, say him don't want to see him, Eden tell him say it would be a very popular thing if him say Haile Selassie. And him said the young fierce king in England said to him, say, popular with whom? Certainly not with the Italians. In other words, him a look friend from Italy, you know. So him a say, what? If even the people of England glad when me see him, I'm popular with the people of England. It now go popular with the Italians, so him not do it. You have a call? Alright, me go get the next call here. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smart.
Oh, go on.
Second time on your program, sir.
Yeah, man, welcome.
Yeah, man, same 4 jars, man. You know, me want just set up, I want to ask the clarification mainly.
Yeah.
Like how me that listen the funeral up there, and them say they have one part of the sermon where them break one stick, one staff there, and put it on the sitting because...
Put it on with sitting. Put it on with sitting.
Put it up on top of the coffin, you know?
Yeah.
A kind of symbolic thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that signifies that the monarchy has broken and then it continues with the King Charles now.
Yes.
So when I say, Mr. Smart, in my little layman knowledge,
yeah.
Like how all our arrangements with monarchy did go on during fear reign. From independence come up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we have to, we can that continue with the new monarchy or we have to sign up a new contract or something like that.
All right. We never signed any contract with them. These things was done behind our back, you understand me?
Yeah.
Bustamante and Manley, who supposed to be 2 different parties, competing against one another and watching one another that none of them no make no bad move.
Yeah, man.
Hold on.
Then kind of divide and set them up that way there, you know?
They suppose if the government was running according to how government supposed to run, they supposed to be watching one another and making sure that one another don't go out with no trickery. But instead of that, England get the 2 of them together and call them to England and tell them, say, will you agree to these terms here? And if you agree to these terms, we hand over Jamaica to the 2 owner and nobody else can get into the government. You understand?
Yeah.
So when them agree, say yes, they will agree with one another and share the government in Jamaica. England now said to them, say, you must agree that even though we say that you are independent, the Queen must still be head of your state. Are you there?
Yeah, man, I understand.
I hear a sound in your phone.
If we have a little cut to any Queen gone and now we can start a new thing.
No, hear me now. We don't talk about what me talk about it, you know. I say if you understand, say England make them make that agreement.
Yeah, man. I mean, you have previous program to explain that to me.
Yes, and not only they make that agreement, them make agreement say if the Queen of England dead tomorrow, not the next day, not Wednesday, but exact same time when she dead, her children, one of our children must become the new head king or monarch.
Yeah.
So them sign that too, you know. So we don't have to send go England go choose no monarch, or we don't have to swear in to no king. As him mother dead, without we swearing, we swear from now that we will follow him as our king. That's the agreement they're making now.
Oh, so Mr. Small.
Yeah.
It's not that we sign an agreement with the Queen individual. We sign it with the monarchy continuously, man.
We never sign nothing at all. Bustamante and Manley sign. We never sign nothing.
Them impose that and we agree.
Yes, we never agreed nothing either. We never agreed nothing.
Okay, we're not in a position to agree.
No, they're not asking no question. You ever hear about shoot and ask question later?
Yeah, man. So they not give a directive and we don't stop it for that.
Them shoot you. And them nobody asking no question because them shot you and you're dead.
Yeah.
You're on the gunpoint. You're in Jamaica on the gunpoint. You know? All right, did you know that when you are convicted of a crime, that your civil rights are taken away from you immediately?
Yes, man. You come a word of the state, man.
All right, what is civil rights?
Well, civil rights are where the ordinary rights where every citizen entitled to.
Yes, you have human rights and you have civil rights. You are quite right. Human rights, every human being entitled to, regardless of whether them is a citizen of the country where them in. And civil rights is the rights that somebody in a country entitled to when them is a citizen of that country. The person who is not the citizen in the country don't have to have no civil rights. But them have human rights, you understand?
Well, the distinction becomes very clear to me now, you know.
Aye, and it's a very important distinction.
Yes, sir.
So now, once in most countries in the world, once you are convicted of a crime means you make an offense against the population of the country. Or like in a Britain, it means that you make a crime means that you offend the king. You do something where it's against the king. In a decent country, a crime is when you do something against the people or the society. But in a wicked country like them, you know, a crime is when you do something against the king or the queen.
Yeah.
Once you are convicted of a crime, you lose your civil rights. So you can't vote again, and them do have to ask question about not how the government for run, cause your civil rights is suspended till the time you come out of prison. You understand?
Yeah, you're rescinding your rights by being convicted.
Yes, you let go your rights. You give up your rights by being convicted, and by behaving yourself properly, you keep your rights. In other words, all rights, all rights and privileges is conditional on you behaving properly. Except human rights now, you have your human rights regardless how you behave is a human right for you. Have the right to life and all them way there.
Yeah.
So now, because them know say we was under gunpoint, them don't ask no question 1962. Them just consult with Bustamante and Manley and them sign on behalf of them party, not on behalf of we. So you're quite right, here, sir?
Yeah.
So them sign way. Them just like how people sign with people in a slavery. That is what them do. That's what Bustamante and Manley do.
Yeah.
Sign away as property. Because how the hell could the Queen of England dead week before last Thursday? And automatically as she dead, our son become king over me and you. How that could happen?
Well, that's why I will cause a clarification, because I figure out how it will go. But, when I notice since I'm small, I've been listening to this BBC, because I kind of explore myself to all kind of information.
Yeah.
They must say, King Charles looks like one more receptive to not the idea, to the demand to reparate the justice, you know. What me another say, being in mother's son, he couldn't so defend the quick man. He's not changed so drastically, and them system
No, people don't change. No, people don't change so drastically, but frequently. Just like how them secretly go to England, go make agreement with the Queen at 62. Frequently inside of them royal family, they make secret agreements, say, when me dead, let them go.
Yeah,
but tell them, say, you not give them more than $10. Plenty of them agreement making up. When me dead, let them go. But tell them, say, they only get $10. Let them go, but tell them, say, you not give them no land. Or let them go, but tell them, say, you have to leave out of Jamaica same time. So plenty of time they make agreement we must be revealed when them dead. You understand?
But Mr. Small, you know what strike me, sir? Not with all due respect.
Yeah.
How so much people rate the Queen so much 100,000 dignitaries all over the world. Then them not recognize the brutality of slavery and them things.
Yes, you're right.
Part of them sin.
Most of them big people recognize her and give her them praise. They want to be like she. So what them do, them bow into her as somebody will open the door for them probably one day reach up to that. That is what the whole idea is about.
Okay.
She serve as a god for them with them for aim after reaching for her heights.
Yeah.
If she can do it, maybe one day we can do it then. That's what that is what.
Just say it's striking, you know. And you know anything last point, sir. We're not take up too long for your program. I'll go away. Me notice say Pope not involved in none of them things. I told the whole church split with the split with the
most likely. Yeah. But you still good to hear something from him still, you know. But most time him reserve. Most time the Pope them reserve a statement for say, member say me and she are equal, or member say she bow to me, you know. That's why every day you listen with interest and you learn more. And I saw them gradually change them thing, or them gradually keep it. So that's why I keep my ears open. I wait till a good while before usually I make up my mind or comment about something. Because I know say you're going to hear something more.
Yeah, and you have time to process information.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Smart, all the best.
Thanks, the best.
Keep up the good work. I follow Neville, you know.
All right.
I call you guru, yes, sir.
All right. All right, keep it level. Thank you.
Mr. Small.
Yeah.
This is not important. I'm going to tell you something. I'm a real African descended man, you know.
So,
No, I'm a real cool man.
You see, my mind it cannot tell me, no. But hear me now. A lot of Indians are very sharp and up to date and understand these things. A lot of Indians, because you know, say India possibly get raped even more than Africa.
No man, some country belong to India, but you are going.
Yes, man, the worst one them.
The group amongst African most better. So
yes.
Time remember say I cool man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man, and the whole way that black people is not just African alone. Many Asiatic people is black. All of the people that live one place was spread out around the world.
Yeah.
And one last thing I tell you. Because India did have a well-organized government from long 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
India government did spread far over a large area, larger than the African government them.
Yeah.
Indian government them was larger. Indian government and country India was larger than nowhere in Europe. All China and India. No country in Europe, must only Russia could have come near to the size of them places, India and China. Yeah. So India have long experience of having government we control huge amount of area. So when you control huge amount of area, you think of a well work out, you know. And it take thousands of years to reach them level of organization.
Yeah, man.
I catch England catch up with India, and India did up to now, even in the sciences and many different education. Europe not catch up with India up to now in many different fields of study. You know.
Do you read India have one of the first well-established film industry.
Yeah, film industry. No, India film industry make Hollywood look like TV, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that to please. I true that.
No, man. We have to be very realistic, you know, Mr.
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Smart.
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you take care.
May I tell you, man, thanks for the call. Yes, sir.
God bless.
We have any more there? Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
Hello. How you doing, ma'am?
Not too bad. I'm good.
I forgot to limit you, you know, cause people are call one next guy calling what like him want to fall in love with you, you know.
True.
I mean, no, you as a Christian now, you can't pay him no mind.
Really?
Unless you go do it behind my back.
Oh, dear.
What you say, Nareen?
But I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say? Say, you're not coming to preach today?
Yeah, I come to say a little word, yes, but...
Why you always come so... Why you always come so late?
Yeah,
you come late when you have no whole of time and then now...
But this word when I'm bringing it, I'm not really, it's clear. It's very clear. So I'm not elaborate too much on it. So, you there?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I look for one lady, but who's there?
The word is compassion.
Compassion, okay.
Yeah. So we need to think of our problems, internal and interpersonal and all that.
Yeah.
Can be solved through compassion, and the word compassion, it's simple. If you look you know,
yeah.
I should say composition.
Yeah.
Your passion now, you know what passion is, so you know you love.
Yeah, and passion has strong, deep feeling.
Yeah, strong. So you have to put more passion to whatever passion you have. So more compassion, compact it.
Yes.
So yeah, put a lot of love together. If you have a little love, put some more love on top of that. And then it will help you solve some of our interpersonal relationships. Because actually everybody needs somebody to listen to them. So sometimes we spend a lot of time talking and we're not listening to other people.
Yeah.
Listening to their problems, and they too have internal problems they're going through. So if we explore and trying to get them to listen to us and we're not listening to them, it sort of, you know, compound the situation. If it is a bad situation, it compound, you know, things worse.
Yeah.
We have to spend more time listening to others because they have story, want to be heard. They want to solve the problem to them having things going on in them head. So sometimes we meet upon harsh people and we may think them just harsh, but in reality, they have problems, you know, they're trying to solve. So sometimes if some of the problems come off on you, and you say, boy, this man meanie and this woman terribly, but really, you know, you take it out, it's them having issues. So we have to put some love to, you know, how we deal with them and try to understand what they're saying. And just put more love upon love, and that will help solve this, you know, many of our, you know, trials and situations and everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's how that sound.
Come again?
How that sound?
Yeah, man, I can feel it. That means, you know, say, from it can touch you, we can feel it.
Yeah, well, that's straight talk, Jerry.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, well, the last time I came with seed, and I tell you that the men are very important, and I have to big up the men then because when my father died, that's when I realized how man powerful. So
yeah, what? Oh.
Yeah, the man, the male, they carry the seed. So it's not just only in their testicles, but in their head. The seed is in their mind, everything.
Yeah.
So they have to make sure they protect their mind from immoral stuff, protect them heating, protect everything about them, not just their testicles.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones who are really responsible for the reproduction, the multiplication of the whole, you know, the world, the earth.
Anyway, I forgot to ask you again. Come earlier tomorrow, because it's not fair when you come so late.
Yeah, that's not at all. Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks. Eh?
I will try my best too.
Yeah, man.
Blessings.
All the best,
yeah, big up the men them. God bless you all, and you know, God know your struggles, but you'll see it too.
All right.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah.
All the best. Thank you.
Goodbye.
We have some more live chat, yeah? Where is it? Yeah. Bevan Fairweather, live chat now. Bevan Fairweather say, Babylon is not a race. It is a system practiced by all colors and cooperation. We read that one before. Bob Cosmic say, Henry VIII was married 6 times, or 6? I always think of 7 or 8. Henry VIII was married 6 times. I think him chop off at least one of them head too. Bevan Fairweather say, Ham slept with his mother. And the son Canaan was cursed, not Ham. Donovan Islet say, Bongo. Upon the real thought, though, the throne of Ethiopia ever having a kingdom and commonwealth like the queen, seems we'll lose when it comes to that. Maybe I'm just naive to that. Well, Ethiopia did have what they call colonies because empire. Empire is when one country or the ruler and ruling family in one country take over other countries and then claim or exert rulership on more than one country. That them call empire. You understand? When the government or ruling family of one country take over more than one country, most time them neighbor, and them combine all of them together and says them empire. So those other countries become like them colony, just like how you have colony. So that is how all of them things they go. Ezra Hardware said Babylon started and decided to build the Tower of Babel. Lance said that caller really think there's some conspiracy to get rid of a 96-year-old frail woman. Some people. Hold on. Some people will find conspiracy in everything. Have our next call. All right, let's get back to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome. Afternoon and welcome. Not there? Next call. Good afternoon, welcome.
Afternoon.
Go ahead, please. Welcome.
Oh, go on, Jerry.
No, I hear them in my earphone. Hello? Hello?
Field Marshal.
What go on?
Good day, man.
What go on?
I take you in the show. Field Marshal. Me here the other day, say, along with the order of the Garter.
Yeah.
When my lady give His Majesty, she also gave him the title of Field Marshal.
Yeah, Field Marshal of the British Army. Field Marshal of the British Army.
What is the relationship?
What do you mean, what is the relationship? What do you mean?
I don't know.
No, what is the relationship between what and what?
In regards to the things like where Elizabeth stood for in regards to the corporate world and the damage that been.
All right, I can't get into that because you're not talk plain. But one reason, the main reason why she would accord him recognition as Field Marshal for the British Army, the role that he played when he went into Ethiopia and they were trying to ignore, when he went into England and was living there and they tried to ignore him.
Yes.
When their enemy now start to overcome them, the same enemy that he warned them against, start to overcome them, it was him they had to go to and say, please now lead an army down into Africa and get them off our back. And that is how England was freed. Haile Selassie left England, went at the head of an army into Africa and march up through Egypt, Sudan, right up in Ethiopia and free them from the Italians right through the whole of them place. And that's how the war turned around. Because Italy had just come into the war for rescue Germany. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
So Italy come rescue Germany. Haile Selassie now come lead back the fight against Italy and overthrow both Italy and Germany. So that's why after the war done, them give him the honor of being Field Marshal for the British Army.
Yeah, the king. The real one. All right, my brother.
All right, all right.
I just have a constraint, yeah, my brother, because that we are seek and that we look for the whole family. Seek the kingdom, the queendom, the liberty. It's in all our. We just have to move forward, keep pressing. It's all going to come together, yeah, man.
All right, I have to go now. But call early in the program. We can talk some more.
Yes, sir.
We have two more pieces of live chat and one or two musical play. Lance said, more live chat. Lance says, that caller really think that there's some conspiracy. Okay, we passed that one there. Brian Fairweather say, a father nakedness is his woman or his wife. Ham covered Noah's nakedness. Ham was not cursed. Yeah, that's what I remember reading. I never read about him and the mother. I hear about him laughing when him father drunk and strip off him clothes. Ik heb geen naam say Bonnie M mother still alive in Holland here. Hold on, Bonnie M mother. He must be one of the singers in Bonnie M. She's 89 years old now, Bongo there. Okay, Donovan highlights say one. Rosie Posey said third parties usually split votes for one of the two main parties here. Research unit said, you have a lot of time for that Christian lady. Consider giving her more time and less time to Kremlin. Well, she can't get more time unless she come earlier. So I tell her don't come late. Johnny John said, Jerry Mark Golden not going anywhere to PNP. What do you think? Well, as I tell you, one of them have to crash first. The JLP or the PNP. Any one of them want to crash first, it suit me. Because it's when one of them crash first, that is when you see the people them going to get themselves together better. Johnny Rosa Posey said that might happen in the PNP. This might happen in the PNP. Rosa Posey also, the new party might split the votes for the opposition. Yeah, quite likely to. Cecil Meyer say yes to India. Pablo Music say Haile Selassie is the first field marshal without apology. Okay, we have a little time going out here. I want to answer this call if there's one who want to play Jaja City going out here. We have a call ready? Good afternoon, welcome.
Jerry.
Make I hear you in my earphone, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, this is Chris. Call a long time ago, you know.
I know, you're in the earphone. No? Go ahead still. All right, go ahead.
This is Chris.
Yes.
You used to talk to you a long time, don't know the program soon.
Yeah, man, we don't have much time. Get into it.
So, we hear...
But unless them prove themselves trustworthy, they're not going to get that very much amount of votes. And unless them try... once they have to put behind them certain little things that did handicap the Marcus Garvey movement and the Rastafari movement.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, because I say right now, we see PNP are go up in and the election them around, so we don't want to think the other one here too.
No, talk slow and make what you say. Where's the PNP going up?
We hear PNP, our meeting over there, and JLP supposed to soon our meeting, and they're talking about vote election, so we have to try to get into this one, you know.
Into which one?
So they say to get into this voting thing, you know, this Marcus Garvey thing.
No, hear this now. People have to earn the trust of the population.
That is true.
Hold on. We don't have much time. I have less than a minute. People have to earn the trust of the population. So if they don't earn the trust of the population, you're not going to see that much support. It's something that you have to earn. So that is the task for them have to do. They have to prove themselves trustworthy. Call me tomorrow, much earlier.
All right, and Jerry.
All right, thank you very much. Make we hear from Capleton now. Jaja City, please.
So we just burn them evil concept because we say that is a destruction to the humanity. So me I say, wanna watch it now? Hey, check this, check. Jaja City, Jaja Town, them want to turn it in a cowboy town. Wanna look and know? Jaja City, Jaja Town, them want to turn it in a dead man town. Wanna look and know? Mr. John Conchak from John Brown. We now want no more than in a town. Mr. Happy got so lucky, trigger happy out. We now want no more dead body. Well, Mr. Joe kill quick. We don't want no more hit. We don't want no more grave. We don't want no more casket. Well, life we promote, which is righteousness. So don't get a lick. We don't look and know. Jaja City, Jaja Town, we want it on it. up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Better place look good, my brother. Better place keep clean, my sister. Better place look good, my brother.
The views, opinions, and statements which are expressed in the just concluded program are not necessarily the views of the management and board of Best 100 FM.
Warning, when there is a hurricane warning, button down, tie down, everything. Lift appliances and furniture off the ground and secure your valuable items. If you wanna port, secure it from land and turn on your yard. If you a fisherman, make sure you turn off every breaker, and before you sleep, turn off your generator. Flooding, that is a real danger. If you live a gully bank, river bank, or low line area, if you see flood waters are rising, get out, get out. Heed the warning. If your land starts slipping and sliding, get out, get out. Heed the warning. Hurricanes gonna happen, so be prepared. A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
We, the people of Jamaica, are tired of the corrupt system. We're tired of the promises and we want real change now. It's time to make our voices heard. So come out and join the United Independence Congress on Thursday, September 22 at the Ward Theatre at 10 a.m. as we walk from downtown Kingston to Halfway Tree. Enough is enough. We demand good governance now.
For a better choice in all your electrical supplies, A, authorized 3M dealer and better brand names. B, better service including free island-wide delivery. C, all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales, shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We make your electrical jobs as easy as ABC. Call 754-382-528 or fax 754-3659. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice.
Half a tree, 100, half a tree. Bossy, how we do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? Yeah, waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
You big star. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
I try calling you, cause trust me.
Waiters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
Come in, my DJ, and give the people the information. Hear this? Before a hurricane come, you have to go through a list of things where you need and things where have to fix, like your roof, your doors and your window. Them buy your nails, hooks and fasteners and fix them. Get your hammer, your pliers, your rope and your wire. Stock up with ply and a whole heap of lumber. Plastic tarpaulin and plastic bag. Kerosene stove and a coal stove. Kerosene lamp, matches and candle. Yo, trim the tree them and clean the drains. That's how you prepare before a hurricane. Be prepared. Prevention is better than cure. Better listen to ADBEM.
A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Best 100.5 FM brings you youth empowerment and resilience, a 30-minute program with Royton McLaren every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Your Monday nights will not be the same again. Managing stress, trauma? Let's talk on youth empowerment and resilience with Royton McLaren on Best 100.5 FM every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508, 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you got to feel it, you got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You'll feel the soul inside of you.
Bess 100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with